10 for the Bears. Dr. Shaw, the team physician and family physician of the year in the state of Missouri.
That's right.
Out there to assist Kyle and check him out, see what's going on. He's still down on the 35-yard line there. So we don't know exactly what the extent of the injury is, of course, but
Wood, a senior on this Bear team, and one of those that playing with a heavy heart tonight, and unfortunately took a hard hit after that reception, and they're going to help him up, and gets a nice round of applause from Bear and Comet fans, and he walks off gingerly, putting a little weight on both feet, so hopefully Kyle can shake that off and get back in this game at some point.
Spot the ball right out at the 36. They're going to give him another yard there. So it'll be third down and 9 for the Bears at the 36-yard line. Coach Swallem and Doc Shaw helping him get off the field. He's looking a little better, favoring his left side as he comes off the field.
Wood had such a breakout year last year, and then a really good opening week one. Exciting to see him and Osborne in the same backfield and the dynamics that they can bring to this offense.
Bears break the huddle, and we're ready for football again on third down and 9. 3 backs back in the backfield this time. Wing on the right side. Wingman is in motion, handoff the other way to the running back, and he is hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard on the play.
Rough start for the Bear offense. Penalty on the first snap, and then Osborne 2 carries for 0 yards, and then that 1 completion for 4 yards. So not much on the Bears offense on their opening drive. They'll have to punt it away with 10:15 left to go first quarter. No score here at Polinsky Field.
Didn't see any punts last week.
Well, we finally did it late in the game, but I think we had 1.
Osborne to punt. Single safety back at the 20. He gets it away, and it's a short punt.
Oh, my.
Very short punt.
Partially blocked by the Comets. They got a hand on it.
It's going to be at the 40-yard line of the Bears, it looks like, or maybe the 37. So, really,
oh my.
Just an exchange. The field position is the same, except Marionville's got the ball first and 10 at the Bear 38-yard line. Wow, that's terrible.
Not a turnover, but it basically is.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bears got a net gain of 2 yards on that punt. So the Comets take over in fantastic field position, first and 10 at the Bear 38.
First and 10 from the 38. Here we go. Comets line it up with
Carlton
at quarterback, a sophomore. Man in motion to the right. A handoff up the middle. The running back breaks a couple of tackles, still on his feet. Finally brought down inside the 30 at the 29. 9-yard pickup on the play.
That's their featured running back, Dakota Wilson. He's just 5'5", 160 pounds, and you can see it right there. He runs well. He was in traffic that whole carry, but didn't have any problem getting 8 yards on the play.
Ball inside the 30 at the Bear 29, almost the 29, not quite there, but give him 8 yards, second down and 2 for the Comets. In the Bear territory, they've got great field position. Carlton at quarterback, keeps the back in there with him. 2 wideouts near side of the field, 1 in motion, and quarterback keeps the ball and got the first down, I believe, at the 27-yard line.
Carlton with a keeper. Got close to the first down. And now a little bit of a change in the spot. I think he got it. And he did. First down, Comets. First down of the game with 9 minutes to go first quarter. Comets move the chains. Marching on the Bears here on their first drive.
Ball at the 27-yard line of Willow Springs, first and 10, Marionville there. Comets break the huddle up to the line of scrimmage. Carlton at quarterback. 2 wideouts near side of the field as he gets under center and keeps 2 backs split behind him. No, he stays back in the gun. Hands off to the fullback, and he got, about 5 on the play. Just kept the pile moving is what he did. Got down inside the 25 to about the 22-yard line.
Wilson again with the carry. Ran for over 1,100 yards last year and doing a nice job here in the first quarter on the Bears. Comets, after they took a beating from the Bears last year, finished the year at 4-6, and they've got 15 starters back on this team. So,
second down, 5 yards here from the Bear 22-yard line. Carlton at quarterback from the gun gets the snap of the football, throws out to the near side of the field, completes it, and it's good for about a 5-yard gain, close to another first down.
Number 6 with the reception, Jackson Smith, 5'9" junior, and good throw from Carlton. And really, Smith made a bad cut there. If he would have kept going to the outside,
yeah,
he might have had a touchdown.
Probably could have took it. Well, it's not a first down. It'd be third down and a yard to go. They're at the 18-yard line. Got to get to the 17 for a 1st and 10. Marionville inside the Bear 20 in their first drive of the night. Carlton, 2 wideouts. Keeps it back in there with him. They line up a sort of a wing-looking thing, but it's not really a wing back. Hands off to the second back through, and he got the first down to the Bear 15-yard line. Kind of a slot back, but it's not really a slot back. It's just kind of a strange formation.
Bears had good coverage on it, but unfortunately the Comets didn't need a lot. That slippery running back, he's going to get 2 or 3 yards every time.
1st and 10 from the 15-yard line for the Comets as they come to the line of scrimmage. Showing 4 wideouts this time. Single back in there with Carlton on 1st and 10 from the 15, man in motion, and the quarterback keeping the ball. They got a hand on him.
Sweep.
And on the sweep, he's brought down after a short gain on the play. Good lateral pursuit by the Bear defense that time.
Bears had hands on him behind the line and almost brought him down for a loss, but Jackson Smith, the receiver, coming around from left to right, got a couple yards on the play.
Second down and 8 yards to go. May take this Bear team a little while to adjust mentally.
Playing a little flat, and you could expect that
yeah.
tonight. And hopefully, like you said, they'll wake up as the game goes on.
Second down and 8 from the 13-yard line. Carlton at quarterback. 3 wideouts near side of the field. This time, here comes the rush, and the Bears miss him in the backfield, and he gets around the corner and into the end zone for a touchdown, but there is a flag at the 9-yard line.
Thrown in the area of holding. We'll see if that's the case. And if it is, it'll bring back a touchdown.
Bears were running.
By Wilson.
Bears were bringing the blitz that time, and that really assisted that pitch sweep that they were running. But it's going to be brought back. The touchdown is Marty called out early with a holding penalty, takes the ball back to the 18-yard line.
Comets have to be kicking themselves, too, because I don't think they really needed to hold. I think he would have made it into the end zone without it. But it'll bring it back and make it a second down and long now for the Comets. The Bears catch a break on the penalty.
Second down 13 now. Ball set back to the 18-yard line. Comets break the huddle. They put spread offense, 3 to the right side and 1 to the left side, and a back in there for Carlton. Here come the Bears again, going on the blitz. They're after him, but he gets it away. Got a man wide open, and in the end zone he goes for a touchdown. No, he didn't. They're going to mark him short? Okay.
Yep.
Bears came for the blitz that time, left the guy wide open, and they didn't get to the quarterback in time. And easy completion for the Comets as they go down to the Bear 1-yard line where it'll be first and goal.
Rough start to the game for the Bears. With 6 minutes and change to go here in the first quarter, Comets are threatening to go ahead and push this in for the first score of the night.
First and goal from the 1. Carlton gets the snap of the football. There was a little hesitation there, and that might have helped keep the Comets out of the end zone as the Bear defense recovered, and no gain on the play.
Landon Crudgington came in from the back to make the stop there.
So it'll be second and goal for the Comets at the 1-yard line. Just doesn't seem to be a lot of...
the energy is just not quite there.
Yeah, the energy is just kind of zapped out of everybody. Probably not on the Comets side, though. Second down and goal from the 1. Carlton back there at quarterback in the gun, gets the snap, keeps it, hands it off, or does he hand it off? Into the end zone, Carlton kept it and got the touchdown. So from 1 yard out, Carlton goes in with 5:15 left to go in the first quarter. Comets take the early lead of 6-0.
First point given up by the Bear defense this year. Took a game and a half a quarter to get it, but the Comets cash it in with 5:15, go up by 6, and Bears will get a second chance on offense here in a minute, chance to get some energy back.
Try for the extra point. Kick is up, looks good, and it is. So with 5:15 left to go in the first quarter, it's Marionville 7, Willow Springs nothing. Back for the Comet kickoff in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bear Football on Classy Country KUKU.
7-day-a-week savings on your groceries and, that great customer service. You already know that I'm talking about G&W Foods in Willow Springs, don't you? And if you need a special cut or order in that meat department, just ask. Cookouts and barbecues for whatever occasion, no problem. They have everything you need at G&W, right down to the charcoal. And don't get me started on that extra fresh produce. They'll even carry your groceries out to your car for you. Check out their weekly ad today, G&W in Willow Springs. You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
5:15 left to go in the first quarter. Comets break on top first 7-0 over the Bears. Comets will kick off for the second time in the ball game. Again, don't think probably a lot of our listeners had heard about the tragedy that happened earlier in the week. Well, just about 24 hours ago or so.
Yeah.
Sometime last night. And one of the Bears cohorts, a senior at Willow Springs High School, and that loss has thrown them into a bit of a funk, as you can only imagine, that with all the other things going on. So anyway, Bears will try to rebound here and take the kickoff from Marionville, who kicks off from the 40-yard line. Bears drop 2 players back deep at about the 12. The kick is end over end and goes out of bounds, I believe, at about the 30-yard line. So Bears will put it in play at the 35, first and 10, I believe.
One score update, and Sean back at the station doing a nice job keeping us updated. There's some interesting non-conference games going on this week. Everybody starts conference next week as the Bears will jump in to SCA play, but Hillcrest leading West Plains 6-0 to start that one.
Fall Sports Focus coming up at halftime here, so we're going to spot the ball at the 40, not the 35. I was wrong by 5 yards there.
Bears start with better field position, and we'll try to pick up some first down, get some momentum. And it was obvious that the Comets were keying on Osborne. The secret is out. If there was one, yeah. Clever was not prepared for Osborne, and Marionville is, and Wood still being attended to on the sideline. He was hurt, the second play of the game. Took a hard hit over on the far sideline, and Dr. Shaw looks like he's wrapping up his leg on the sideline right now, so hopefully Kyle can come back at some point. But until that time, need a Ferguson, a Worley, somebody to step up and help the Bear offense out a little bit.
They showed some tools last week.
They did. Got some variety and got a deeper playbook than they showed last week, so we'll see what they do here on their second drive. Trailing for the first time in 2020, down 7-0.
All right, Bears on offense from their own 40-yard line. First and 10, 2 backs back there with Dudridge. He gets the snap of the football, hands off to the running back who turns the corner. There is a flag on the play. He gets up near the 50-yard line before he is brought down. That's going to be brought back, I guess, from holding on the Bears. Shoot.
Good run by Worley. He came in and did a nice job to get to the outside, but he had a little help doing it, and looked like a hold after Worley had already made the turn. Again, probably not something the Bears needed to do there. 10-yard penalty, and it'll be first and 20 now.
Well, first and 21, actually. They take it back to the 29-yard line. So, not starting out well for the Bears tonight in not too late to recover, but you'd like to see it turn around here a little bit. First down and 21 for the Bears from their own 29-yard line. Dedridge keeps the single back in there. 3 receivers wide to the right. He wants to go that way, throws it on the run, and it's incomplete.
Not sure where it was really
it was
intended. They had an Osborne out on a bubble screen, and that he was open. That was not the target as Dedridge threw into some traffic and thankfully falls incomplete. The Bears will try it again, second down and 21.
Just don't even appear to be the same Bear team that we saw last week at Clever. Different opponent, too, though.
True.
Second down, 21 for the Bears, and they show trips to the right side this time. Dedridge out of the gun, gets the snap. A little pressure applied. He's rolling to his right, throws, completes, and gets about 5 yards out of the play up to the 35-yard line, maybe 6.
Thomas Cheney with the catch. Thomas out for football this year and makes for a nice target for the Bears.
5-yard gain, be third down and 15 for the Bears. Clock running at 4:37 left to go in the first quarter. Marionville on top 7-0. Bears need a big play here. Third and 16 inside their own 35-yard line. Man in motion to the left. Now he stops and goes back. I don't know what that's all about. Now he's coming back.
Lots of movement.
Something wasn't right.
Well, timeout called by Coach Swalm. The Bears were going to get a delay of game, but instead they'll take a timeout with 4:11 to go first quarter. Marionville leads the Bears 7-0. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Bear Football on KUKU.
And there's a flag on the play.
Ozarks Medical Center orthopedic surgeons Dr. Jolly and Dr. Roeder specialize in sports injuries, hip, knee, shoulder, and hand surgeries, as well as total joint replacements. Podiatrist Dr. Goodman specializes in foot and ankle surgeries. If your doctor's recommending orthopedic care, choose OMC Orthopedics. For more information, call 417-256-1745.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
Well, after the Bear timeout on a third down and 16, we'll get resuming action here. Bears at their own 35-yard line with a third down. They've got to get to midfield to get the first and 10. Spread offense, 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Dedridge back there by himself. Man in motion goes to the right. Dedridge rolls that way, wants to throw, running out of time, in trouble, and down he goes at the 30-yard line. He'd never got a chance to throw the ball. So,
for 5-yard loss.
Fourth down and 20 for the Bears. They'll have to punt, and this just doesn't look anything like what we saw last week at all out of the Bears.
2 possessions for the Bears, 4 yards is their net gain, and 15 yards of penalties. So they've got more yards of penalties than they do offense nearing the latter half of the first quarter.
Got too many men on the field, too. It's just one of those nights.
Kyle Wood did come back in for the Bears, so that's one positive.
And the punt is better this time. Taken by the Comets at the 40-yard line and down at the 43-yard line, maybe 44. They'll give him forward progress, but a better punt.
Wiley Smith with the return for the Comets. Still decent field position for Marionville. Second time they've got the ball. Able to score on their first possession. They'll go for number 2 here.
Sort of got that feeling that the Bears are going to have to do something on defense to get things started.
Just need something to get some
pop.
enthusiasm and charge the team back up a little bit.
Yeah, their batteries are very low right now.
Hillcrest leading West Plains now 13-0.
From the 43, first and 10 for the Comets. Carlton back at quarterback. 2 wideouts on the near side of the field. And back was hit in the backfield, and down he goes for a loss on the play of 3 at least, maybe 4. Going to save down inside the 40, so good defensive play that time as the Bears were bringing everybody.
Scooter Osborne and company were back there to break that up, and a 3-yard loss for Wilson.
Second down and 12, we'll call it, from the 40-yard line of Marionville in their own territory. That's their first loss on a play from offense. They had a gift field position from the Bear 38 the last time they had the ball, and methodically took it down the field and scored to make it 7-0. Second possession for the Comets. 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side of Carlton. One back in there to help him block for him or take the ball. Gets the snap of the football. They fake to him. He wants to throw, in trouble. Gets away from it. And down he goes. Not the second guy. No gain on the play, but the Bears crashed through and got him.
Scotty Osborne just about had him, but then Cheney comes in to finish him off.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play. Not a sack, but no gain for Carlton. Bears with their 3-man defensive unit of the brothers Osborne, and it was Dudko last week. Dudko is not in the lineup tonight, but Braden Henry has stepped in.
So it's 3rd down and 12 for the Comets at their own 40-yard line. Carlton in there at quarterback. 4 wideouts, now 5 wideouts. They fake to the one, and they throw a little screen pass. First guy missed him on the tackle. He got about 5 yards on the play, but not enough for a first down. Bears defense covered it well.
They did. I was a little worried when they sent the blitz and didn't get it, but enough guys stayed back and made the stop. So they'll force the Comets to punt. And the defense, like you mentioned, they did their job that time, and now trying to rattle the Bears awake a little bit.
Thinking more of a turnover, but
well, I know what you were thinking. We'll take a 3 and out, right?
You bet. Yeah, that's good. That's positive. Single back at the 20 for the Bears on the punt from Marionville. Marionville punter standing back at the 35-yard line, gets the snap.
Fake.
And he fakes.
Oh.
Yeah, he's going to kick it. He rolled to his right and then finally kicked it like he might run for it if he had an opportunity. But anyway, he kicked it away. Goes out of bounds way upfield at the 40-yard line, so a net punt of 20 yards. Now 15 yards, actually, because the line of scrimmage was the Marionville 45, and they're going to put the ball at the Bear 40. So a net gain of 15 yards on the punt. Not a good punt for Marionville. Third time maybe is charm for the Bear offense. Here we go. 1:11 left in the quarter. Bears down 7-0.
Only 4 yards of total offense here in the first quarter for the Bears on their first 2 attempts.
Getting a little noise from the crowd. Double wing set this time. Hand off to the tailback. Osborne gets over the 45, up to the 50. First down, Bears into Marionville territory.
That's what we saw a lot of last week, and Scotty just needed a little bit of running room and got it that time.
Run a little different formation that time with that double wing, and had a little extra blocking out there to help him out. So 11-yard gain on the play to the Marionville 49. First and 10 for the Bears.
First down of the night for the Bears as well.
Inside of a minute left to go here in the first quarter. Bears to the line of scrimmage. Again, the double wing set for the Bears. Man in motion to the right. They go that way with a handoff. Running back has at the 45, down to the 40, and down to the 39-yard line, but his knee was down there. He got back up, but officials shortened his progress to the 39, and that should be a first down because it's inside the 39, and it is. So a 10-yard gain by Osborne.
Nothing fancy. Scotty to the left, first down. Scotty to the right, first down. So Bears have 2 first downs. They're in Marionville territory for the first time tonight and got a little something going. This could be the last play of the first quarter.
Bears at the 39 of Marionville, first and 10. Man in motion to the right, handoff that way. Running backs got the first down and more inside the 30 and down to the 26-yard line. Bears have got something going now.
Gavin Ferguson with the carry that time. Another 10 yards, another first down.
Clock stops at 6 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Bears will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 26 of Marionville. I don't think we'll get that play off before the end of the quarter. That is the end of the first quarter of play. With the score, Marionville 7, Willow Springs nothing. Back for second quarter action in 60 seconds. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country, KUKU.
Foster's Auto Body, Muffler, and 24-hour wrecker service is in Willow Springs and proud to support the Willow Springs Bears. If you need a windshield replaced, Foster's Auto Body, Muffler, and 24-hour wrecker service is definitely the place to go. Foster's Auto Body, Muffler, and 24-hour wrecker service. When you need help, they're there to help you. 469-1255.
It's been said the best things in life are free, like free checking from West Plains Bank and Trust Company, including free mobile banking with deposit, free bill pay, free e-statements, and free Willow Springs Bears debit card that gives back to the school each time you use it to make a purchase. And, did I mention, you receive a free gift just for opening an account. Refer a friend who opens an account and you both get a free gift. View account details at westplainsbank.com. West Plains Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
Second quarter getting ready to start here at Polinsky Field in Willow Springs. Beautiful night for football. The sky is clear, the sun is set, and we are also set for the second quarter. And as we get the second quarter started, Bears have it 1st and 10 at the Marionville 26-yard line, trailing the Comets 7-0.
Bears have a good drive going and trying to get a touchdown here to start the second quarter. Fairgrove leading Mountain View Liberty 12-0. That's the same Fairgrove team that lost to Mountain Grove last week. But they are looking good so far against Liberty. And Hillcrest beating West Plains 13-0.
1st and 10 here for the Bears, and they get back out on the field as Marionville does as well to start this second quarter. Bears at the Marionville 26-yard line. Dudridge gets the snap and wants to throw, and in big trouble. He is not going to get it off, and he's going to take a big loss back for about the 10-yard loss back to the 36-yard line. Don't know what that play looked like. Something wasn't quite right there, but anyway, loss of 9. It'll be second down and 19 for the Bears back at the 35-yard line of Marionville. Probably in 4-down territory, though.
Dudridge had zero time to try to set and find anybody. He was hurried from the snap and unfortunately went 10 yards back before taking the sack.
Dudridge back in there by himself and gets the snap. Pitches to the running back. He's skirting to the outside. Cuts back inside now. Gets a block. Breaks the tackle. Gets down to the 25 and pick up a 10 on the play. And that'll make it third down and about 9 for the Bears.
Cody Ward with a good run for the Bears.
Senior running back for the Bears.
Through traffic, picked up 12 yards.
Third down and 8. Had the ball at the 24-yard line of Marionville. So the Bears have basically 2 downs to get 8 yards.
Cody's kid has played football every year, but as a senior, getting a chance to carry the ball a little bit.
Really, his
did a nice job.
First opportunity to do that. Bears line it up by himself. Man in motion. Dudridge gets the snap, and now he keeps it and runs forward and he's close to a first down. I believe it's going to be about a yard short, but he's inside the 20 down to the 17. Dudridge just took that snap and went forward.
Pretty good play. I don't think Marionville really expected that, and Dudridge was into the secondary pretty quick. Comets hold him just short. He's going to be 4th and 1. So a big fourth down here for the Bears on the 17-yard line with 10 minutes to go in the half, trailing Marionville 7-0.
Dudridge gets the signal from his coach Swallem, and we have a timeout called by somebody. Comets want timeout with 9:55 left to go in the first half. Marionville leading 7-0. We'll be back for the Bears fourth down play in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country KUKU.
Growing up, my parents always encouraged me to do what's right, even if it wasn't easy. I'd always hear my mother's voice say, do the right thing. That stuck with me. Every day, just do the right thing. That's it. The rest takes care of itself.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe in doing the right thing for our customers and our communities.
For all your home, auto, life, or business insurance needs, see Shelter Insurance Agent Terry Newton.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
Fourth down and 1 for the Bears as we resume action here with 9:55 left to go in the half. Bears trailing 7-0. The 1 yard they need to get is from the 17 to the 16 of Marionville. So Marionville took the timeout. They're back out on the field. The Bears, meanwhile, have not made it out of the huddle yet as Coach Swallam is making sure they've got it right, got this situation right. And we'll see what happens here on fourth down and 1 for the Bears at the Marionville 17. Big play early in the game. Bears show full house backfield with two backs back there with Dudridge. A wing on the right, wingman. Handoff goes up the middle to Osborne, and I believe he got it. They're pulling on him back there, but I think he got down to the 15, so he only needed to get to the 16, so he got up 2, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears.
It's the guy you want to give it to. 4th and 1. Osborne, chances are, is going to get a yard. He got 2. That time the Bears pick up their 4th first down on this drive. Been a good sustained drive for the Bears. Kyle Wood back on the bench after coming in for a play. But the Bears have had some guys step up on this drive. Ferguson, Ward, Osborne, of course. And we'll see if they can do in the red zone here.
1st and 10 from the 15. Dudridge at quarterback. Man in motion. Motion man gets the ball. Turning to the corner at the 15, and he's down at about the 14-yard line. Didn't get much. Had to go back too far in the backfield to make his cut, as the Marionville pursuit was very good that time. And so it'll be a short gain on the play and
a hold for the Bears.
Okay, and a hold.
3rd penalty of the night for the Bears. 3 penalties for 25 yards. And that'll make a 1st and 10, a 1st and 20.
We'll see where they mark it at. Yep, it's going to be 1st and 20. Ball back at the 24-yard line.
Just not a great play. The execution just wasn't there for the Bears, as Worley had to use all kinds of energy just to try to get to the sideline, and once he got there, he couldn't turn it up.
I think Marionville had it figured out from the snap of the football. They knew they were going to do sweeping left and figured it out. So 1st and 19 for the Bears. Ball is at the Marionville 24. Dudridge gets the snap of the football, hands off to the big running back. He has stood up and brought down after a short gain on the play.
Scotty Osborne will give him 1, but again, the Comets had it scouted well, and there were 2 or 3 guys there to meet Scotty as soon as he got the ball. Got to find a way to get him a little space.
Really don't give him much at all on that play. Spot the ball at the 23-yard line, gain of a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 18 for the Bears at the Marionville 23-yard line. Got to do something a little bit deeper here. Bears show the spread offense with 4 wide receivers. Dudridge puts a man in motion right, keeps the football, has a little bit of running room, now turns it back inside, lost his momentum there, and is brought down at the 18. So it's going to be 3rd and long for the Bears.
Give him 4 on the run. Looked good at the snap, and then Marionville able to close some holes pretty quickly.
I think if it had a speed demon out there, he could have turned the corner, but Dudridge didn't want to try that. So he turned it back inside and got what he could out of it. 3rd down and long for the Bears, 3rd and 14 at the 18-plus yard line of Marionville. Again, we have 2 wideouts near side of the field, full house backfield, quick snap, and the throw is over the end zone. Got a man there. Touchdown, Bears. How about that? Wow.
Justin Cheney in the end zone. The big tight end with the catch. Good throw by Dudridge.
Here come Marionville on the blitz too. They had a big hand in his face, but Dudridge got it away. And when he did, you knew if it was on target, Justin would have it, and he did. Touchdown Bears. 7:20 left to go in the half. Or Bears are going for the tie here with the extra point.
Big play. I know it's still first half, but that's a huge play for this team.
It is.
When it looked like the drive was going to bust there, Dudridge and Cheney pull it out. And now Ward will try to tie it up.
Ball is down. The kick is up, and it looks like it was wide right. No, it's good.
Got in.
So with 7:20 left to go in the first half, we're all tied here at 7-7. Back to the Bear kickoff in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country KUKU.
Hey, this is Steven at TLG Peterbilt in Willow Springs. We proudly support our Willow Springs Bears. Here at TLG Peterbilt, we offer an extensive lineup of replacement parts for all makes, all models of all trucks and all trailers in the industry. Uptime all the time. The Larson Group Peterbilt in Willow Springs. Find us online at tlgtrucks.com or visit us on US 60 in Willow Springs.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
7:20 left to go in the half, and it's all tied at 7-7. Bears and Comets on just what is a spectacular sky night. If you're a sky watcher, you can really get some colors tonight. It's pink in the east, and it's golden in the west. Crowd here is picked up a little bit. We have a larger crowd than we did at the start, it looks like.
Kind of a late arriving crowd. Of course, the pregame festivities that usually go on the home opener just really didn't happen this year for lots of different reasons. So, bit of a late arriving crowd, but they're here and distanced where they can be and enjoying some football. And the Bears starting to come to life after a sluggish start. Now tied up with Marionville 7-7 here, about halfway through the second quarter.
And senior night was to be tonight, and that's
right.
delayed.
Messed that up. So we do what we can, and we play games when we can. And the Bears fortunate to be playing ball.
Bears kick it off for the first time tonight.
Kick.
High end-over-end kick goes into the end zone, and they're just going to keep it back there. So good kick by Ward, and Comets will take it at the 20-yard line as it goes into the end zone.
Senior Cody Ward's had a good game. He had a good run and nice extra point and a good kickoff there. So trying to get the Bears back focused into this game after they've dealt with all kinds of tough stuff this week and now asked to play football and came back, got a big touchdown there. The defense started it with a good 3-and-out on Marionville their last time they had the ball, so hopefully the defense can keep things going in the right direction.
Well, the Comets have to go 80 yards. This is going to be their longest possession field-wise of the night. So the Bears have more opportunities for some defensive stand here.
Bit of a break. I think they went ahead and took the water break. They can do that within a certain amount of time, and I think they went ahead and did that.
I don't think they took one of those in the first quarter, did they?
If they did, they wrapped it into a timeout maybe, because I don't remember.
Could have, yeah. Bears did have a timeout in the first quarter.
We'll have scores coming up at halftime, also the fall sports focus, so stay with us for that. We've got other sports going on now. Softball, volleyball, and tennis have all begun, and of course, cross country is coming soon. I think they start tomorrow.
They're billboarding. That's all they're doing now is billboarding what's to come. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Comets at the 20-yard line. Quarterback back there keeps it back with him. Hands off to the running back who got through the line of scrimmage.
Fumble.
And a fumble about the 26-yard line.
Bears have it.
The Bears say they've got it. So, wow, running back made it through that line of scrimmage, had a good gain on the play of about 5 yards, but the ball popped out and the Bears got on it.
Well, you said, defense would
That's what I'm
change
looking
the momentum,
for.
and I saw more emotion from the Bears on that, even really than I did the touchdown.
Yeah.
So that fired him up a little bit. Now, within the span of just under a minute, here. The Bears have scored a touchdown, and now they've got the ball right back on the Marionville 26, so another golden opportunity for the Bear offense to take the lead.
1st and 10 for the Bears at the Marionville 26-yard line. And that was a big play. That's what I was looking for earlier from the Bear defense. Here they go.
It was Wilson, their feature back, that coughed it up.
Dedridge gets the snap, got some time back there in the pocket, now rolls out of the pocket, throws it high and incomplete.
Too high for Justin Chaney. He was right at the first down marker. He had to jump, couldn't get it, and had a Comet behind him that
who jumped.
Actually had a decent shot at it, but he didn't get it either. So no harm, but lost it down there for the Bears, 2nd down and 10. Dedridge, 3 of 5 tonight for 27 yards.
So the Comets know that the Bears are going to throw the football some. Just going to run it all the time. 2nd down and 10 for the Bears from the 26 in 4-down territory. Dedridge keeps the ball and going to lose yardage back at the, got back to about the line of scrimmage, but nothing there. It looked like he had an option to pitch it and just never did pitch it.
Kind of a busted play for the Bears. Just didn't look good. Just right from the snap, Marionville was all over it.
So it's 3rd down and 10 for the Bears. 6:42 left to go in the half, so they need to do something with this golden opportunity that they've been presented with. They have not traditionally run the football on this series. 2 plays, and quarterback has handled the ball both times. Got nothing out of it so far. Bears bunch it up as far as that formation goes. I like they're going to run, and they do.
Got it.
Hand it off to Osborne. He gets down to the 20-yard line. It'll be 4th down and about 4 for the Bears, maybe 5.
Well, you knew they were in 4-down territory, so this makes it a little bit more manageable for the Bears. But not getting a lot yet on this drive, and we'll see what Coach Swallam has in store. 4th down and 6 for the Bears on the Comet 22. Dedridge will run in the play.
Big play here in the first quarter, first half of the football. This game is going fast, rapidly. 4th down and 6. Here go the Bears from the Comets 22-yard line. You'd think pass here. We'll see.
Oh,
and they have 2 men in motion at the same time. That's going to get you a flag every time. So it's going to be 4th and 11 for the Bears.
4th penalty of the half on Willow. 4 penalties for 30 yards.
Yeah, you put 2 men in motion. It's going to get you a flag every time. Spots the ball back at the 26, 27-yard line. 4th down and 11 yards to go. So the offense wasn't quite ready to percolate, or it hasn't been yet. 4th down and 11. See what the Bears do here. Show a spread formation with 3 wideouts on the near side of the field. 1 back in with Dedridge. He's in there to block. Dedridge goes over the middle, and it is incomplete, and Comets will take over about where they lost the ball.
Ward, the intended receiver, but that was well defended by the Comets.
Yeah, they had
3 or 4 white jerseys around Ward, so Dedridge had no chance. And the Comets will take it right back. So the Bears can't do anything with the turnover. As good as they looked on the previous drive, did not look good at that one when given a great opportunity.
1st and 10 for the Comets. They take over at the 26-yard line. Quarterback is back there with a receiver, with a running back as well in the shotgun formation. 2 wideouts near side of the field. And they faked that way, and they got away. The quarterback was almost hit for a loss, but he got away and got 5 yards out of the play.
Carlson, the quarterback, Braden Henry, had him. I mean, he had him done about 4 or 5 yards behind the line, and I guess he made a good move. Henry upset, he missed him, and Carlson goes ahead and picks up 5 yards.
Cut up to the 32-yard line to be 2nd down and 5 for the Comets there. Carlson, the sophomore, looks pretty good there at quarterback. 3 wide receivers near side of the field for the Comets. And Carlton keeps the football and gets not much out of that one.
Line did a nice job that time.
Bears are ready for him.
Get away on that play. And it'll be 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, they're going to give him a yard, but that's it.
Osborne comes back in on defense for this 3rd and 5. Big play here. Tie game, 7-7, 4 minutes to go in the half. Bears want to get it back and keep the Comet offense off the field. Comets scored on their first drive, and they've not had a first down since.
3rd down, big 3rd down yardage here. 3rd down and about 4 or 5 yards to go, a little over 4, less than 5. Carlton, the quarterback, 3 wideouts. He rolls to his left. That's where his receivers are. Hits his man, and he's got a first down at the 40-yard line. 41-yard line, make it.
Jackson Smith with the catch. Be about an 8-yard gain. Carlton to Smith. And Carlton doesn't throw the ball very often, but he's really accurate when he does. He's 4 for 4 now for 35 yards. So not any eye-popping numbers there, but he's been accurate. And he gets the Comets their first down of this quarter.
At the 41-yard line, 1st and 10 for Marionville. Carlton keeps it back in there with him. Shows 2 wide receivers to the far side of the field this time. Here come the Bears on a blitz, and they hand off and run through the blitz, and running back gets pretty good yardage out of it up near the 50-yard line before he is gang tackled by the Bears at the 48.
Wilson, go to Wilson, their feature back. The Bears have done a decent job on this first half. He averages over 100 yards a game, and right now he's sitting at 20 yards here in the first half. The Bears have done a good job on him, but got free for 7 that time.
2nd down and 3 for the Comets. Ball is at their own 48-yard line. 2:58 left to go in the half. Carlton shows 3 wideouts this time. 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Near side man in motion. And motion man gets the ball, turns the corner, first down into Bear territory at the 45.
A little trickery as went to the right, had a receiver cut back to the left, and he caught the little flick and was able to turn the corner before the Bears caught on and gets nice
7 yards.
7 yards out of it.
Ball is down at the Willow Springs 45-yard line with 2:36 left to go in the half. Marionville with the ball. 1st and 10 at the Bear 45-yard line. Carlton is in there, quarterback, puts a man in motion to the right. He wants the ball. He's faked for the ball anyway. Carlton kept it, didn't get anything out of it, though. Bears gang tackle him at the 45 and just keep hitting him. You know, that's I agree. Blow it dead.
Let that play go on for a while, but no gain. Carlton and Wilson, the two, the quarterback and the running back, they've really handled everything here in the first half.
2nd down and 10 for the Comets. Ball at the Bear 45-yard line as the Comets break the huddle. Send 3 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. And Carlton is in there by himself at quarterback. Gets it. Hands off to the running. Keeps the football. And got some pretty good running room out of it down inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. I was totally baffled on that play.
Well, so were the Bears. And Carlton able to get really close to a first down. It's going to be a 3rd down and 1 after a nice run by the quarterback. Sophomore quarterback showing some athleticism for the Comets.
Ball at the Bear 36. Comets quickly break the huddle, get to the line of scrimmage. 2 wideouts near side. Carlton keeps the back in there with him. Gets the snap of the football. Hands off to the running back. First down, Comets inside the 30 down to the 27-yard line. That looked like the little guy.
It was Wilson, and he kept that low center of gravity. He's only 5'5", and he just kept moving. He had a couple yards easy, but then as he was falling down, he just kept rolling.
Yeah, he just kind of
about to 7 on the play.
Kind of crawled for it. Hurry-up offense with inside of a minute left in the half. Comets are at the line of scrimmage and ready to go from the Bear 27, 1st and 10. Carlton gets the snap of the football, pitches it, and that didn't go anywhere as the Bear defense was all over that.
Credit Scotty Osborne. He was the one that got the tackle, and if he didn't make that tackle, it might have been a first down again for the Comets. Now Marionville will take a timeout with 37 seconds left to go in the half. Tie game 7-7, and we are speeding along here at Polinsky Field.
Unlike last week.
Yeah, a lot less scoring, as Bears were ranking up the touchdowns last week, but this week just a 7-7 game. Obviously, the competition is better. This Comet team, they're returning 15 starters from last year. They had a 4-6 season, so definitely a good, solid Marionville team, and a step up from what the Bears played last week in Clever, but you just feel like the Bears are not playing up to their full potential either tonight, and rightfully so with their heavy hearts.
Spot the ball at the 27-yard line, 2nd down and 10 for Marionville.
Important for the Bears to try to keep the Comets out of the end zone, and if you can take a 7-7 game into the locker room, like turn the page on that half and just
start all over
in the second half, I think that's what the Bears would like to do here and get back into the locker room, make some adjustments, and I think the Bears are going to be all right in the second half, but really would hate to spot Marionville a touchdown here late in the second quarter. We've got the Fall Sports Focus coming up at halftime, so stick around for that. Also, scores from around the area, lots of non-conference football going on tonight, and we'll have your stats from the first half.
2nd down and 10. Comets back to the line of scrimmage. 4 wide receivers for Carlton. Keeps the back in there with him. Gets a snap of the football, wants to throw, rolls to his right, throws at the last second, completes it to the running back, and he is down inside the 25 to the 22-yard line, and clock continues to run. He did not get the timeout, or he did not get out of bounds.
Didn't get out of bounds. And again, I'm calling Scotty Osborne's name a lot, but Scotty laid a lick on him right there at the end and knocked him down before he could get out of bounds. The Comets will have to burn their final timeout here with 24.5 seconds to go in the half, and they'll have a 3rd down and 5.
Gain of 5 on that last play, so they've got 25 seconds basically to get it in the end zone.
Carlton 5 for 5 for 40 yards, as he has yet to throw an incompletion. Fairgrove leads Mountain View 20-8. And Hillcrest increasing their lead against West Plains, leading 20-6. Sean continuing to keep us updated back at the station.
Appreciate that. Fall Sports Focus, as you said, coming up at halftime. And no band tonight, so we won't get to hear Chris Cochran's band perform. Hopefully that will change here in a couple of weeks.
Well, yeah, we've got 2 road games. We've got Kabul and Mountain Grove, and then we'll be back home for homecoming, we hope, and cross your fingers that we can have homecoming in 3 weeks and get everybody back.
Here we go, 3rd down 5 for the Comets. Spread formation, 4 wide receivers for the Comets. Quarterback throws over the middle, got a man down there.
Oh, good play.
But it's knocked away.
Good job by the secondary as the Bear defender closed the gap quickly, able to knock it out, and it's 4th down now. So one more shot here for the Comets. At least one more. They can get a first down.
They get a first down. They could have
stopped the clock long enough for them to run another play.
And again, Kyle Wood out of this game for the Bears. Basically, I think he came in for 1 play.
He did, and he's standing on the sideline now. So there's still some optimism that Kyle can come back at some point, but.
25-second clock's down to 4 seconds. Marionville lines up in that spread formation. Carlton wants to throw. It goes over the middle, and it is
caught at the 5.
Caught at the 5-yard line? Really? Okay, good defense on the play. I thought maybe they knocked it down.
They're going to have to hurry and get set here because the Comets are ready to roll with 10.6.
So a 1st and 10 for the Comets, 1st and goal for the Comets. Ball is at the 5-yard line of the Bears. Now the Bears take a timeout.
Well, they had to.
At 10 seconds left to go in the first half. Wow.
Well, and you hate to do that, too, because now the Comets have time to set up their offense. But the Bears were just not ready defensively, and the Comets were up there on the line ready to run a quick hit. So Coach Swallow will take a chance to set his defense and make sure they're ready with 1st and goal for the Comets on the 4-yard line with 10 seconds left to go. And Carlton really has done a nice job.
Yeah,
6 to 7 for 50 yards. Very precise with his passing. He's got a little speed to keep the Bears honest back there, and he scrambles well. So the buzz was all about their running back, Wilson, and he's done a good job. But I think Carlton probably the MVP for the Comets here in the first half as they're trying to get a touchdown here and take the lead back before halftime. Tied at 7 here on opening night at Polinsky Field.
Going to put the ball right on the 4, is that right? 4-yard
Just
line?
shy of the 4-yard line.
First and goal there for the Comets. 10 seconds left to go in the half. They've got the time to get it in there. They have no timeouts left, though.
Probably going to throw it here because you just can't take the chance of a running play if you want 2 chances.
He's got 3 receivers to the far side of the field.
They've got a really good running back.
First and 5. Snap of the football. Fake to the running back. Quarterback keeps, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown. Carlton and the Comets go on top. 13 to 7. That's tough.
Good play calling by the
it
Comets on
was.
that one.
Yeah.
Coach Grubbs drew up a nice play as the Bears expecting the pass, so they had to play the pass, and then you look for Wilson, and they just let Carlton, who's done such a good job on this drive, he just took it in himself. So Comets back out in front and chance to tack on an extra point here.
And we have a snap of the football, but nothing happened. We have a timeout or what?
That's a failed conversion. I'm not sure if the snap was fumbled, but
well, I didn't see I didn't.
Marionville will kick it off with 3.6 seconds.
So the extra point try is no good, and it's 13 to 7. Marionville will kick it off. Bears need somebody back there that can run the 100 in short order.
Well, that would be Kyle Wood, but probably not going to get the call here, as we hope Wood can come back for the second half. But Bears have just had a rough first half, and their psyche is down, and losing Wood early has hurt. So I'm sure at this point they'd like to get in the locker room and work on a few things and get ready for the second half.
Well, they had a great opportunity to get in there tied at 7, but it failed on them as Marionville did what they needed to do there in the final seconds of the first half to get that touchdown. Comets will kick off from the 40-yard line. Probably, I'd say this might be a squib kick if I were guessing.
Oh, yeah. Or an onside. What do you have to lose?
Here we go. And it's just onside, and the Bears cover it with 1.7 seconds left. The Bears will have that to run one play. 40, the Bears cover it at the 47-yard line, 48-yard line in their own territory, so they've got one chance here.
If they want to take it.
If they want to. I'm hearing the...
I heard Coach Mack next door. Be careful here, Coach.
Be careful here, yeah. I'd be tempted to try something wild, but we'll see. We'll see what Coach Swallem elects to do here.
Check Owen Dedridge's arm here and see how far he can fling it. Looks like they're going to do.
Marionville sends one back, and safety way back deep. They throw it over the middle, and it's complete, but it's Marionville had it well covered. So that's the end of the half with a score Marionville 13, Willow Springs 7. We'll be back for halftime talk in 3 minutes. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country KUKU.
It's been said the best things in life are free, like free checking from West Plains Bank and Trust Company, including free mobile banking with deposit, free bill pay, free e-statements, and free Willow Springs Bears debit card that gives back to the school each time you use it to make a purchase. And, did I mention, you receive a free gift just for opening an account. Refer a friend who opens an account and you both get a free gift. View account details at westplainsbank.com. West Plains Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
We all want top quality health care, and you get that with Cox Health Center in Willow Springs, now with extended hours. Nurse practitioners at Cox Health Center in Willow Springs are offering extended hours on most days, opening at 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. Walk-ins are also welcome for nurse practitioner visits. Cox Health Center of Willow Springs is located on Main Street next to Booster Field.
Let me ask you something. What do you see when you look at your car? Do you just see the windshield or the wind in your hair on your first road trip? Do you see headlights or the way your family's faces light up as you pull into the driveway? Other insurance companies just see a car, but a State Farm agent sees what your car really means to you. So why not give it the protection it deserves?
Talk to me, State Farm agent Justin Shelby in West Plains at 417-256-3434, in Houston at 417-967-4152.
Simmons Bank is proud to support the Bears. Simmons believes that healthy, vibrant communities don't just happen on their own. They happen when people make investments in each other. Because we accomplish more together than we do alone. Simmons Bank, member FDIC.
The traditional light bulb, a groundbreaking invention in 1879. It's time we switch to longer-lasting Energy Star light bulbs. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
Hey, this is Steven at TLG Peterbilt in Willow Springs. We proudly support our Willow Springs Bears. Here at TLG Peterbilt, we offer an extensive lineup of replacement parts for all makes, all models of all trucks and all trailers in the industry. Uptime all the time. The Larson Group Peterbilt in Willow Springs. Find us online at tlgtrucks.com or visit us on US 60 in Willow Springs.
United Country Ozarks Realty and Auction Group in Willow Springs is proud to sponsor Willow Springs Bears. Ozarks Realty and Auction Group is here to serve you. Whether you're selling your home or property or looking for your next farm, ranch, home, or hunting property. Local offices in Willow Springs, Kabul, Mountain Grove, Mountain View, and Mansfield, we are here to serve buyers and sellers in the entire Ozarks region.
No one knows the country like we do. United Country.
Bailey Chevrolet in Willow Springs has something no other dealership can offer.
The Bailey Factor.
John Bailey has been a part of the family car business his entire life. It's that personal attention to detail, the Bailey Factor, that people have come to expect from John Bailey, where your transportation is their reputation.
You can find a car anywhere, but nowhere else has the Bailey Factor.
At Bailey Chevrolet in beautiful downtown Willow Springs.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
And welcome back to Bear Sports here on KUKU. We're at halftime in the Marionville Willow game here at Polinsky Field with the Comets leading the Bears 13-7 at halftime. What has been a sort of game as the Bears have not really performed. That's what we can say might be their capabilities. And given the circumstances, it's going to be tough mentally for the Bears to carry on. But got another half to go, and they're in the football game definitely. So hopefully at halftime, Coach Swallow, man, he's had a lot of laid on his plate in the last year plus.
He has, and if I could just brag on our coaching staff, and especially Coach Swallow, he has handled some extraordinarily bad circumstances very gracefully, and he has been a great source of comfort for our kids. And just kudos to Coach Swallow, regardless of what he does on the football field as far as X's and O's and coaching our kids. He loves our kids, and he takes care of them, and just a big hats off to Coach Swallow and the Bear coaching staff.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see what happens in the second half, but the first half stats are in and favor Marionville.
Scoring from the first half, scoring started at 5:15 in the first quarter. Marionville put together a few first downs, had great field position on that first drive, and Carlton went in from 1 yard out. Point after was good. It was 7-0 Marionville into the first quarter. Bears would put together a nice drive early in the second quarter, and it's 7:20 to go in the first half. Dudridge with an 18-yard touchdown pass on fourth down, I believe it was, to Justin Cheney. Point after was good. 7-7 tie. The Bears had a chance to get out of the first half with that 7-7 tie, but the Comets, with 4 seconds left in the half, Carlton on a 4-yard touchdown run. point after was no good, and that's where we are at halftime, 13-7, Marionville.
Bears running game just hasn't been there tonight.
No, and they missed Wood. I mean, when you've got Wood and Osborne, then the defense has to respect both. But when it's just Osborne, they can key on Osborne. And some of the guys there's guys that can step up, and they showed glimpses.
Worley and Ferguson have shown some ability to do that, but it just hasn't happened yet.
Stats for the Comets, and we know Wilson was their big running back coming in. And the Bears have done a pretty good job defensively on Wilson, 7 carries for 27 yards. So he's just averaging a little over 3 yards a carry. So the Bears doing a nice job on the all-conference running back for the Comets. Carlton is the guy that is really doing it for Marionville. He's got 2 touchdowns on the ground running and just 18 yards running, but it seems like when they need that little extra push, Carlton's there to do it, and he's really been good throwing the ball. 6 of 7 for 50 yards. Nothing fancy, no big plays for the Comets. They're just grinding it out and with the little screen passes and doing things the right way, doing things they need to do to get the lead. 1 turnover for the Comets. It was a fumble, and they've just been penalized 1 time. So Marionville's played a very clean game other than that turnover. 5 first downs for the Comets. For the Bears, 4 penalties. A couple of holding penalties that were costly for Willow. 4 first downs. Dudridge, 4 of 7 for 28 yards and a touchdown. Owen's done a pretty good job when he's had time. He's been rushed occasionally and had to get rid of the ball, but Owen's doing a nice job in his second game as Bears starting quarterback. And then really the offense is lean heavy on Scotty Osborne. 7 carries for 29 yards. He had a hard start and finish. He had a good little run there where he was put together some 10-yard runs, but Scotty will be important in the second half. And Owen Dudridge sacked a couple times, but he's also run 3 times for 11 yards. Gavin Ferguson has a 10-yard run, and Cody Ward has a 12-yard run. The Bears may need to get those other guys involved to take some of the pressure off Osborne in the second half. And that's where we're at, 13. So let's do a check of the scores. Fair Grove is dominating Liberty, 32-8. Fair Grove leading Liberty. Mountain Grove handily beat Fair Grove last week. So who knows what we're going to get into when we start SCA play. And I think I've got some more surprising first half scores for you if I pull up the app correctly. But those Ava Bears, they suffered a loss last week. A wild game against Buffalo. Buffalo, very good team. A Stratford team that Liberty beat last week, beating Ava 14-6 at the half. So things have kind of a little topsy-turvy here in football in week 2. And, I don't know how the other schools are dealing with COVID, but you never know when guys are out, when they're not out, when you're missing some key players. So
that is a factor.
Some of that is going on, and I know that's a factor in West Plains, and I know it's a factor in Willow. So, you got to take that into account in some degree. Other scores of local interest. We talked about Fair Grove leading Liberty 32-8. Here it's 13-7 Marionville at the half. They're dominating Highland. No shocker there. 29-0 as the Bobcats are taking care of business this week. And that's it as far as local scores. We'll see if Sean has updated that West Plains game. And he has. West Plains has come back to tie it with Hillcrest. 20-20 is the score in the Zizzer-Hillcrest game. Okay, all right. All Sports Focus. Let's go. You ready?
I'm ready.
We've got games to talk about this week. We had the preview section of Fall Sports Focus in week 1, but now we've got actual games and kids doing good things. So what sport would you like to start with?
Start with volleyball, see where they're at.
All right, well, volleyball kicked their season off this week, and they had to go to Parkview, so a long trip for the volleyball girls, or rather Hillcrest, I'm sorry, when it was one of the Springfield schools, and one of the big ones, Hillcrest. They played them on Tuesday. The JV and Varsity came out, played great game. Varsity fell to Hillcrest 3-1, and if you haven't followed new volleyball rules, you're thinking 3-1. We're playing 5 sets now in high school varsity volleyball. Instead of best 2 out of 3, we're now playing best 3 out of 5. And, the scores were really close. The Varsity really hung with the big school, and I think Coach Collins has her team fired up, and they're going to be a force whenever conference play comes around. The JV also played well, lost both of their sets though, so a loss for the volleyball girls in their first match. Huge improvements in both teams, and the varsity will ready to face Fordland on Tuesday. That's a home game at Mumford Gym, so your first chance to walk into Mumford Gym since basketball season last year, which seems like an eternity ago.
Yeah.
But the volleyball girls will take on Fordland on Tuesday, and that will be senior night planned for the girls. And, of course, everything is subject to change this year, but that'll be the first home game of the year for the Lady Bear volleyball team. Nomination for Athlete of the Week from the volleyball girls is Caitlin McNew. Caitlin doing a nice job for the volleyball team, and she is Coach Collins and Coach Schultz's nominee for Athlete of the Week. And Coach Bunch is hanging out back there, so let's have him talk about softball. That way, we've got when your coach is right here, you got to let him talk about the team. So we've talked about volleyball. We'll move over to softball and Coach Bunch. I know the girls were rained out last Saturday. That was quite the storm that came through Morrisville. Got an inning in, I think, and going to play that again tomorrow. But you did have one game this week.
We did. We played Gainesville yesterday. I thought the girls came out kind of lackadaisical. We didn't play very well to start. And then we kind of settled down a little bit and jumped all over them and had an 8-2 lead. Excuse me. And then we threw the ball around a little bit, and I think it was 8-7, if I remember right. And Riley was a little bit tired. She came out of the ball game, and I put Emma in on the mound. She did a really nice job for us. She actually, for a freshman to come in that situation, the composure that she had, and just all of those things, she did a really nice job for us. Didn't give up an earned run. Defense kind of let us down a little bit again, and we were actually able to get the lead back in the bottom of the sixth. We played a 2 there and took the lead 11-10, and I told her, I said, hey, we're going to score 2 runs right here. You're going to come out and you're going to shut the door on them. We're going to win the ball game. And sure enough, she came out in the top of the 7th. She had a girl pop up to third. Madison made a nice catch, and then she went strikeout. So she, got the first win for us on the season, got the first win of her career, with hopefully many, many more to come. And she did a great job for us. Struck out 5 in 3 innings of work, and got the win for us. So I know Grandpa and Dad are pretty proud, and I know they're pretty humble and didn't want to brag about her, but I told them I'd get on here and brag about her.
Well, we want to brag about her, but
I know
we
you
don't
do.
want to come off
you do.
that way. But thank you, Coach Bunch, and had some big hits from the girls as well, and had to be nice for the team that struggled a bit last year, just 4 wins on the season. Now you've played 1, you've already got 1 in the books, and going to against the district opponent, and now going to play 3 games tomorrow give you a little confidence, right?
Yeah, that's basically, the good thing about yesterday is even whenever we struggled and got down, we didn't put our heads down or we didn't get down. We kept battling and came back and won the ball game. So, it was a big win against the district opponent, just like you guys said, and carry some momentum into tomorrow, playing at West Plains at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
So Mooresville tournament tomorrow, and then a busy week next week. You've got Hartville on Tuesday at home, go to Seymour on Wednesday, and then Thursday back home for Bakersfield. So didn't have a lot of softball, and now we're going to have a ton for the next few weeks, right?
Yeah, we really are. And then we got 2 or 3 the next week. So, it's just a lot in a short amount of time, but I think we're ready, so hopefully we'll get after it.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Good luck to Coach Bunch and the softball girls as they continue their season again. They'll be headed to Morrisville tomorrow, where they ran into a nasty storm last Saturday, and that's called that tournament off. But they'll be back in action tomorrow. And so softball, volleyball, and tennis. Tennis is off to a great start.
They are. I heard while we were at the softball game last night that they had shut out West Plains.
Yeah, 9-0 was the shutout. And Coach Cox,
couldn't believe it.
All he does is win. And that tennis program is just doing a great job. And, man, we love to beat West Plains, and especially beat them 9-0. The JV yesterday also able to come away with a 4-2 win. It was a great first match for all the girls. Today, the tennis team was at the Waynesville tournament competing with 9 other schools from around the area. As a team, they finished middle of the pack. Individually had a pretty good day. At number 1 doubles, Taylor Reese and McKenna Cox. Those girls are back-to-back state qualifiers. I mean, this is a really good doubles team. Came away with third place, beating Camdenton 8-2. Lost to the eventual champs Forsyth.
There they are.
And at number 2 doubles, newcomers to varsity, Claire Clarkson and Maddie Perkins won third place with an 8-3 win over Waynesville. And then at number 1 singles, McKiley Cox got 6th place. And at number 2 singles, Mackenzie George was 5th place. So overall, pretty good day against some stout competition up in Waynesville. Next week, they have the Hillcrest match at home on Wednesday and Rogersville at home on Thursday. So Thursday is one of those days you can watch softball and tennis at the same time at Booster Field. So plan on coming to Booster on Thursday. And then it's Saturday, they will be at the Forsyth tournament, always a favorite. Athlete of the Week nomination for tennis is sophomore doubles team Claire Clarkson and Maddie Perkins. So a dual entry for Athlete of the Week from tennis. They've opened their varsity career by going 3-1 in doubles and coming away with third place in the Waynesville tournament. So great job by Coach Cox and the tennis team. And do want to mention in our fall sports focus, cross country, they haven't had anything yet, but it's coming. Tomorrow, cross country is participating in the Southwest Cross Country Coaches Association Richard Clark Invitational. Coach Wagner, you've got to shorten that thing up for me.
What a title.
That's at Bolivar. And meet is closed to spectators, and they're doing that at a lot of. If you want to watch cross country, you got to get a drone or something, I guess. The meet is closed to spectators. Steve Wagner Invitational, that's the big one. It's coming up Thursday at the Willow Springs Municipal Golf Course, and we would tell you to go, but you can't. It's closed to spectators.
But they do need a lot of help.
They do need some help, and I'm sure Coach Wagner has reached out to people. We'll be happy to announce those results. Next Friday night, JV lost at Ava 22-6 on Monday night, but the JV boys will be back here the day after Labor Day on Tuesday to take on Marionville. So our nominations for Athlete of the Week, Caitlin McNew from volleyball, the doubles team of Claire Clarkson and Maddie Perkins in tennis, and Emma Spence in softball. You want to pick it?
Papa.
Yeah, I've got to go with the little Spence girl. So congratulations. Emma Spence is our athlete of the week. And congratulations to our fall sports athletes, tennis, volleyball, cross country, softball, doing a good job. And we'll have our fall sports focus next week and another athlete of the week. And we're about ready for the second half here at Polinsky Field. And hopefully the Bears can get a little more inspired and get a couple of touchdowns here and get a win on Friday night.
That was inspiring yesterday, though, at the softball field.
It was a great game. It was a wild game.
Wild game, back and forth. But, hey, little gal goes out there and shuts them down.
5 strikeouts in 3 innings. Not that we're keeping track of any of that.
Okay, all right. Football is back on our minds as we prepare for the second half. I think Marionville will be receiving, and the Bears will be kicking off to start the second half. You want to douse the lights here? We'll see what's going on out there. Marionville on top, 13-7 over the Bears. Bears, we talked about it earlier. They just had a lot of adversity to overcome in the last couple of years, and it just seems to continue. When you think it's over, it just keeps going. So, anyway, the Bears have a halftime, and Coach Swallow had his job cut out for him, and we'll see what happens. Bears kick off from the 40-yard line. Cody Ward will do the kicking, and Marionville sends 2 backs back about the 10-yard line. This ball is not so deep as the other one. It takes a bounce, picked up by Marionville at the 20. Good coverage by the Bear kickoff team, and they bring him down at the 25-yard line.
Bear defense on the field, and also want to didn't mention them in the fall sports focus, but the Willow Springs Bear Pride Band, we really missed them at halftime. That was just depressing that we didn't have any kind of halftime entertainment and the field was empty. for halftime. So here's hoping we can get the band back in a few weeks for homecoming so we can see their halftime performance.
1st and 10 for Marionville at the 24-yard line, their own territory. They're leading 13-7 over the Bears. The sophomore quarterback's been very impressive. He's back there in the shotgun, has 4 wide receivers. He was 6 out of 7 in the first half in passing, so he's got some skills. Long count. Long count. What are we doing here?
Plenty of time still on the play clock.
All right. Man in motion. Pitch to the motion man. He cuts the corner, gets a block over the 25 up to the 27-yard line.
A couple of yards for Smith on the end around. They like that little flick play. If the Bears could sneak somebody in the backfield and blow that up, that would be a nice turnover.
It looks dangerous to me. And gain of 4 on the play up to the 28-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Comets at their own 28-yard line.
Good spot for Smith. The Bears had him down a yard shorter.
Carlton out of the shotgun. 2 wideouts this time. Man in motion to the right. They come back to the left, and the running back turns the corner, gets close to a first down, but I believe he's going to be about a yard short. Little counter play, misdirection play that gained the Comets quite a few yards there. About 5 anyway, maybe 6. They're going to measure.
I didn't think it was that close.
I didn't think it was that close either. Thought it was 3rd and 1 for sure, but we'll see.
Wilson on the carry, and you can see what makes him such a good running back. He's little at 5'5", but he's just hard to bring down with that low center of gravity. He stays low and just keeps going. I think he's going to be short, but they're going to have to take the chains all the way from the far side to the near side.
Chain gang, I used to know who they were, but, I don't anymore.
I'll have to get you the roster from our athletic director.
Usually try to...
It's closer than I thought, but he's still about a half a football short of a first down.
Usually have a few snarky comments for the chain gang, but...
well, we like snarky comments.
We'll leave them alone tonight. Since we don't know who they are for sure. Don't want to misrepresent anybody. 3rd down and about a length of a football to go for the Marionville Comets at their own 34-yard line. Just underway, 3rd quarter. Comets leading 13-7 over the Bears. Bears with their 3 men down line on defense. Looks like they're going to move up some guys here on 3rd down and short. 3rd down and not much for the Comets. Carlton back there in the shotgun. It's the snap of the football. Hands off to the running back. And he's hit and brought down, but he gets the first down.
Wilson again. And pretty good bet when they need a couple of yards. Wilson's going to get it. Gets the first down. Moves the chain.
A couple of yards up to about the 37-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Comets there.
Nothing fancy really all night from Marionville. They've kept it simple, and they take plenty of time. They're just going to try to grind it out here. They've got a lead, and they want to hold on to it. So don't expect a lot of fancy stuff coming from Marionville here in the second half.
Showing the spread offense with 4 wideouts this time. Carlton in there at quarterback, keeps the back end with him, gets the snap, wants to throw, and he's going long. Got a man out there. Caught. Complete. All the way down to the Bear 20-yard line. Just when you say nothing fancy, I knew you shouldn't have said
that. Kept my mouth shut. 43-yard pass play. Biggest play of the night for the Comets, and it puts them right in the red zone.
1st and 10 for Marionville at the Bear 20-yard line. Wow.
I will stop saying anything. Biggest play of the night by far for the Comets. 43-yard pass play. Spotted at the 21. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Comets with 10 minutes to go 3rd quarter, and Marionville threatening to go up by 2 touchdowns.
Carlton out of the gun. Double tight end set. Hands off to the running back. He gets about 5 on the play, maybe 4. Inside the 20 down to the 17.
We'll give him 4. Bring up a 2nd down and 6 for the Comets. Got a running back like Wilson. When you get into the red zone, your percentage goes up that you're going to score.
Comets break the huddle, get up to the line of scrimmage. They take their time. Two wideouts to the near side of the field. Carlton out of the gun. Hands off to the running back. He spins off of would-be tacklers and gets about 2 yards on the play to the 15-yard line.
Bears did a better job that time. It was Wilson again, but they tripped him up right at the line and still fell forward for a couple of yards. But it'll be a 3rd down and 4 for the Comets.
I'm impressed with the sophomore quarterback. He really shows a lot of poise back there for a sophomore. Maybe we can get Marionville off the schedule next year. Carlton on 3rd down and 4. Man in motion to the right. And the handoff up the middle, and there's the quarterback, Carlton. He kept it himself, got close to the first down. He may have gotten it. I don't know. Looks like he's going to be right about the first down marker.
It's going to be really close. I think he got it.
Take the handoff to the running back and just kept it himself. They're going to measure again, are they? We hadn't had a measurement
Looks
here.
like it. This one's going to be quicker. It's right there. Yeah, we've had 2 on this drive. Last week, there were several times I thought they would measure, and they just gave him first down. So we're going to measure again.
Here comes the chain gang.
4th and short. Comets will obviously go for it anyway.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see if we'll give them a first down here. Yeah, I think they're going to be short again. Length of the football. So 4th and inches for the Comets here, and the Bears have a chance to make a stand.
What do you do here? Send everybody and trying to get them for a loss, or
might as well, right?
Just don't give up the touchdown.
Well, that's the risk. If you send everybody and you don't get it, then you're probably going to give up the score. Ball on the 11.
Clock stopped at 8:12 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Marionville had the big, long passing play that got them down here in great field position for this 4th down and 1 at the Bear 11-yard line. Bears stack it up at the line of scrimmage. Long count by the quarterback. And he hands off to the running back, turns the corner, and gets down inside the 10 to the 5. First and goal for the Comets there.
Wilson with the carry, gets 6. He only needed inches. Was able to bounce off the line and break it to the right side, and he had an easy 3 or 4 yards before he was touched. And now it's first and goal for the Comets at the 5. And Marionville could not have scripted their first drive any better, taking lots of time off the clock and now getting down here where they can punch it in.
First and goal from the 5. Carlton out of the eye. 2 wide receivers near side of the field, and he wants to run the ball up the middle, and they just keep pushing the pile until he gets in.
And he's
touchdown.
In. Wilson goes in from 5 yards out, and the Comets go up 19-7.
7:19 left to go in the 3rd quarter. That's kind of ironic. You have 7:19 left to go in the 3rd quarter and 7:19 on the scoreboard. 19 for Marionville, 7 for the Bears. Probably no one else sees that, but
it's there.
So we'll see what Marionville does here. They'll probably go for 2 since they're at a failed attempt. Line it up for 2 with 3-4 wide receivers. Carlton out of the quarterback set from the shotgun. Gets the snap of the football. Rolls to his right. And
got it. Nice pass to Smith, and the Comets are in for 2.
21-7. The Comets go up by 2 touchdowns. We'll be back in 30 seconds for the Comet kickoff. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country KUKU.
It's been said the best things in life are free, like free checking from West Plains Bank and Trust Company, including free mobile banking with deposit, free bill pay, free e-statements, and free Willow Springs Bears debit card that gives back to the school each time you use it to make a purchase. And, did I mention, you receive a free gift just for opening an account. Refer a friend who opens an account and you both get a free gift. View account details at westplainsbank.com. West Plains Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
Welcome back to Polinsky Field, home opener for the Bears. Not a pleasant one at this point. They trail Marionville 21-7. 7:19 left to go in the third quarter as Marionville will kick it off to the Bears. Bears having a rough week, and it's spilling over onto the athletic field, it looks like, a little bit to me.
Could turn it around here. Need a good offensive possession. Defense, I think, will be there if the Bears can get back in this game a little bit. 7-7. Marionville, though, with 14 unanswered points in this game.
Marionville tee it up at the 40-yard line and kick it off to the Bears.
Fairgrove leading Liberty now 38-24, so the Eagles coming back a little bit. Houston leading St. James 18-0. Tigers looking to go 2-0.
That's a team that Salem beat last week, right?
St. James?
Yeah. Marionville to kick off from the 40-yard line. Bears drop back double safety inside the 20-yard line. Short kick. Fumble taken by the Bears. And he almost shot through there. Got nailed at the last shoe-top tackle at the 36-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bears there.
Worley on the return, or rather Taylor Rotherman with the return, and he had one man to beat, and he got him on the shoe, or else it would have been a big return. Now the officials will take a water timeout with 7:14 to go in the third quarter. Marionville leading the Bears 21-7. Bears ball when we come back.
Hey, this is Steven at TLG Peterbilt in Willow Springs. We proudly support our Willow Springs Bears. Here at TLG Peterbilt, we offer an extensive lineup of replacement parts for all makes, all models of all trucks and all trailers in the industry. Uptime all the time. The Larson Group Peterbilt in Willow Springs. Find us online at tlgtrucks.com or visit us on US 60 in Willow Springs.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
Water break, and after the water break, when we resume action, the Bears will have the ball trailing 21-7 to the Marionville Comets. And the ball will be at their own 36-yard line. 1st and 10, 7:14 left to go here in the third quarter.
Don't forget, you can listen live online anywhere you go at ozarkradionews.com. And you can watch home games on YouTube. Just search for Willow Bears. Find the school's YouTube channel, and you can watch along.
Bears show a formation wide receiver split to the right. Two backs set with Dudridge. Hands off to the second back through. Osborne breaking some tackles along the way. Gets over the 40 to about the 43-yard line.
Nice. Osborne? Yeah, about an 8-yard run.
Nice gain on the play.
Just kept the pile moving. And picks up. We'll give him 7. That'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Bears.
Ball is at the 43. They're going to need to get to the 46 for a 1st down. Bears break the huddle. Come up to the line of scrimmage. Edridge in there at quarterback. There's 3 wide outs to the far side of the field. 1 back in there with him. Gets the snap of the football, hand off to that running back. Gets nothing on that play. Tried to come back to the short side of the field, and Marionville just had it stopped for, a good spot on the play. Give him a yard. It'd be 3rd down and 2.
Osborne had a guy on his back when he got the ball. So 3rd down and short here for the Bears.
Bears get a quick huddle and out of it. Not messing around. Same formation. Man in motion to the right.
Keeper.
Keeper for Dudridge.
Oh,
he throws at the last minute, and a flag goes down. I don't think that was an illegal
I don't
play.
either. I thought he was still at least on the line of scrimmage, if not behind it.
I'll bring it back. Illegal forward pass. Done that last week at Clever.
Yeah, it was a little more obvious.
It was obvious then, not.
Now they're going to say false start on the Bears.
Okay.
So that'll bring it back. Otherwise, it was a good play. It would have been about a 15-yard play for the Bears. Instead, it's a 5-yard penalty. And 3rd and short will become 3rd and long.
Yeah, this mental side of the game is really playing havoc with the Bears tonight. 5:52 left to go, third quarter. 3rd down and 6 for the Bears. Bears are trying to hurry it up a little bit, and I like that aspect of just getting to the line of scrimmage and playing football. 3rd down and 6. 3 wideouts. 1 setback back there with Dudridge on 3rd and 6. Dudridge wants to throw. Rolls, throws.
Oh, good catch.
Catch is made at the 50-yard line. 1st down for the Bears.
Garrett Worley made a nice grab. In heavy traffic, he was able to reach that arm up, pull it in, and get the Bears a 1st down. Huge play for this team. Just needed a 1st down and a little breathing room, and now the Bears in Comet territory and got a little drive going now.
Ball is at the Comet 47-yard line after a pickup of 10 on that play. 1st and 10. Dudridge gets the snap of the football, and off to the running back Osborne, and he has nowhere to go but backwards. Lost 2 on the play, back to the 49.
Marionville doing to Osborne what we saw in previous years teams would do to Triton Henley. You knew he was back there. You knew he was going to get the ball, and they just ganged up on him.
Loss of a yard on the play. They give him a good spot there, and it'll be 2nd down and 11.
It's going to have to be somebody else for the Bears because too much attention right now is on Scotty.
Bears break the huddle. 3 wideouts near side of the field this time. 1 back in there with Dudridge. Gets the snap of the football. Throws to the near side. Little screen pass. It's pretty good yardage from the 48 down to the 42-yard line. A gain of about 6 and bring up a 3rd and 5.
I like that play. Early with the reception. Got him a little room to run and makes it 3rd and manageable for the Bears. It's about 3rd and 4.
Yeah, the ball is inside the 42 down near the 41-yard line. Bears break the huddle, get to the line of scrimmage quickly. And we got players going to the wrong side of the field. That's not good. Got to get them set. Play clock, still plenty of time. Handoff up the middle, and the running back gets inside the 40 down to the 38.
Close, but I think he's going to be a little shy.
Yeah, he's going to be about a yard shy of 1st down. Bring up a 4th down and a yard to go for the Bears from the 38-yard line of Marionville. We'll see what the Bears elect to do here.
You got to go for it here. 3:40 to go in the 3rd quarter, trailing by 2 touchdowns.
Bears quickly to the line of scrimmage.
I'm still trying to get people off the field.
Yeah. 4th down, a yard to go. Dudridge gets the snap of the football, fakes the handoff, pitches to the outside man who gets the 1st down and more, a little bit more.
Worley down to about the 34, so it'll be a pickup of about 4 on a nice little screen pass by the Bears. And I think that caught the Comets off guard a little bit.
Yeah,
they were expecting Osborne.
They brought the big beef in because they thought Osborne was going to get the ball, and he didn't. Bears get a 1st down to the 34-yard line.
I like Dudridge on the short passes, too. He's been very accurate with those, and we saw Brady Walton be successful with that last year with the Bears.
1st and 10 from the Marionville 34-yard line. Dudridge split backs back there, hands off to the running back.
Ferguson
cuts inside, gets a nice little seam there inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line.
I think this is what the Bears had to do in this quarter. You've got to diversify your offense and get some other people involved. It was Ferguson that time. Dudridge has been throwing it. Worley's got a lot of touches. Once you can do that, then you can go back to Osborne later. But the Comets were just keying on Scotty too much.
5-yard gain on the first down play makes it 2nd down and 5 for the Bears from the Comets' 29-yard line. Bears quickly to the line of scrimmage. 3 wideouts near side of the field. Dudridge gets the snap, drops 3 steps, rolls to his left. Doesn't know whether to run or throw. Now he throws into the end zone. Got a man down there.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Bears. Wow.
Great catch.
Woo. Wow, that gets some excitement in the Bears. Good throw by Dudridge, too. He was on the run, rolling.
Cody Ward with the catch. Great catch in the back of the end zone. And credit Dudridge.
Yeah, give him a lot of credit.
He was being rushed.
Yeah.
And he got it away just in time and
I didn't know
found Ward in the back of the end zone.
I didn't know if he was going to run or pass.
Yeah.
And I guess Marionville didn't know that either. And Dudridge just put it right where he had to get the touchdown. So the Bears get 6 of those points back with 2:18 left to go here in the third quarter. They'll try to tack on the extra point, make this a 1-possession game. Well, it is now, but make it a 7-point game. There's a snap, ball down, kick up. Looks good.
It is.
And it is. 2:19 left to go in the third quarter. It's Marionville 21, Willow Springs 14. We'll be back for the Bear kickoff in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country, KUKU.
We all want top quality health care, and you get that with Cox Health Center in Willow Springs. Now with extended hours. Nurse practitioners at Cox Health Center in Willow Springs are offering extended hours on most days, opening at 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. Walk-ins are also welcome for nurse practitioner visits. Cox Health Center of Willow Springs is located on Main Street, next to Booster Field.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
2:19 left to go in the third quarter. It's a 21-14 ball game. Marionville on top of the Bears, but the Bears just pull back within 7 with that touchdown from Dudridge to Cody Ward.
Huge drive for the Bears.
It was.
Just had to have that. Got some excitement back in the stadium and get some excitement back on the sideline for the Bears as they try to kind of get up off the mat here and fight back a little bit, down by just a touchdown. Now the defense will need to do its job. Starts with a good kickoff.
Cody Ward to kick off from the 40. High kick. Well, it actually dribbled down inside the 20 to the 15-yard line and up to the 30 where the back is brought down. And that'll be the line of scrimmage for the Marionville Comets, their own 30-yard line, 1st and 10.
Next week, the Bears will be in the pit to take on the Kabul Bulldogs and start SCA play. Haven't seen a score from Kabul tonight, but they beat Miller really bad last week.
60-plus on them.
Of course, Marionville scored 60-plus on Pleasant Hope last week.
True. Here we go, 1st and 10. Carlton at quarterback. Keeps it back in there with him and puts a man in motion there. And they got all messed up, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Comets as they had the man in motion ran into the setback. And that doesn't work usually.
Just the third penalty of the night for the Comets, and one of those was a kickoff out of bounds. So they've played a clean game.
Yeah.
This is a well-coached team, and they were young, but they're not young anymore. We've beat them the last couple years, beat young Comet teams. And this team returns 15 starters, and got some good experience out there.
1st and 15 from the 25-yard line. Carlton at quarterback. In the shotgun, gets the snap of the football.
There you go.
And hand off up the middle. Nothing there for the running back.
Wilson, and Bears had it perfectly played.
Going to give him about a yard, I guess, on the play to the 26-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 14.
Under 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Big defensive sequence here for the Bears. They need to stop the Comets, get the ball back before heading to the fourth quarter.
2nd down long, Carlton. 2 wide receivers on the far side of the field. Out of the shotgun, gets the snap. He rolls that way, and they hit him, but he got it away somehow. They completed the pass. The running back still on his feet, inside the 50 and down to the Bear 46-yard line.
Wow.
They had pressure on the quarterback, but, man, somehow he managed to complete that pass. Big yardage, too.
Coy Dittmar, the 5'6" junior, fantastic run after the catch there as he got going, and now he's
down on
the field. He was hit hard at the end of that run, but a great run. And the Bears had plenty of pressure. Like you said, they hit the quarterback as he threw it, but still able to make the catch. And Dittmar is down as players go to a knee. It'll be a big pickup for the Comets.
A 29-yard pickup on the play all the way to the Bear 46-yard line.
Carlton's been really good, and 8 of 9 passing for over 100 yards now.
Stoppage of play comes with 1:21 left to go in the third quarter, and got Marionville out of a hole. Now the player is up and ready to go, but he can't stay in the ball game.
Comets back in Bear territory, and Carlton's success through the air has helped Wilson out as well. So this Comet attack's been very good in the second half, leading 21-14 over the Bears.
1st and 10 at the Bear 46-yard line. 3 receivers to the near side of the field. Carlton keeps it back in there with him in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Wants to throw to the near side. The ball overthrown, incomplete. Good job of defending that play by the Bears.
That's Carlton's only his second incompletion of the night. He's 8 of 10.
Stops the clock with inside of a minute left to go in the third quarter.
Comets taking their time.
They do take a lot of time.
Very deliberate.
The clock is not moving, so only thing moving is the play clock, and it's down to 14 seconds. They do take a lot of time between plays.
Down to 5 on the play clock.
There's the snap of the football. Quarterback wants to throw to the near side of the field and completes it down to the 40-yard line into double coverage. Pretty good.
Kyle Bratton makes the catch.
Pretty good shot there. Took a good one to complete that one, and he did. Gain of 8 on the play. Be a 3rd down and 2 for the Comets at the Willow Springs 39-yard line.
Clock running, 30 seconds left to play third quarter. Play clock down to 17.
They'll have to get one play off here in the third quarter before we take that break.
Bears need to stop and at least force them to think about what they're doing on a 4th down.
Oh, my. The coach says we're not lined up right. Time ticking down.
Flag.
And flag is on.
Delay of game on the Comets. So that'll move them back 5 yards and give Coach Mack and coaching staff a time to fix whatever is wrong with the defensive positioning.
We have inside information from the booth next door, and there was Bears weren't lined up right.
They were out of position.
They were out of position, and so that brings up a 3rd down and 8 instead of a 3rd down and 2, and they're going to have that'll be the end of the third quarter of play with the score. Marionville 21, Willow Springs 14. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country, KUKU.
United Country Ozarks Realty and Auction Group in Willow Springs is proud to sponsor Willow Springs Bears. Ozarks Realty and Auction Group is here to serve you. Whether you're selling your home or property or looking for your next farm, ranch, home, or hunting property. Local offices in Willow Springs, Kabul, Mountain Grove, Mountain View, and Mansfield, we are here to serve buyers and sellers in the entire Ozarks region.
No one knows the country like we do. United Country.
Simmons Bank is proud to support the Bears. Simmons believes that healthy, vibrant communities don't just happen on their own. They happen when people make investments in each other. Because we accomplish more together than we do alone. Simmons Bank, member FDIC.
The traditional light bulb, a groundbreaking invention in 1879. It's time we switch to longer-lasting Energy Star light bulbs. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
Welcome back to Bear football. 12 minutes left to go. One quarter in this ball game. Marionville up by 7, 21-14. They've got the ball in Bear territory at the 44-yard line, and it's 3rd down and 8. Carlton gets the snap of the football, drops 3 steps, fires long and deep, and it is caught. And he was covered well, but
not only was he covered well, the Bear defender had a better chance at it, and he positioned himself as Brendan Ferguson went for the interception.
Didn't get it.
But then the receiver came back and picked it up from him.
All the way down to the Bear 15-yard line. Wow.
Another 30-yard pass play for the Comets, and they're knocking on the door again. And once this team gets in the red zone, they can start using Wilson and their running back. And the passing game, though, for the Comets has been huge.
Carlton, he can run, too. He scored 2 of the 3. 1st and 10 for the Comets from the 14-yard line of the Bears. And there's that running back you're talking about. Wilson, he got a couple of yards on the play. Not much more than that. 2nd down for the Comets.
Give him 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8.
Ball is at the 12-yard line. 2nd down and 8 for Marionville. They have been a worthy opponent tonight.
Yeah, the sophomore quarterback has been impressive. Marionville has not had him the last 2 years. He's done a nice job, and now officials call for an official timeout.
I don't know what they're doing.
We're not in water break territory yet.
10:53. Yeah, left to go in the game. I don't know what that's about.
They just had to get their equipment straightened out. Maybe.
2nd down and 8.
Oh, they've got to add some time to the clock. 11
Oh, okay. Okay, there it goes.
Carlton, looking over at his sideline as Marionville make sure they get the call right. There's no doubt about that.
7-point game, Marionville ahead, but well, they could just about put it out of reach if they could get 2 touchdown lead. Carlton out of the shotgun, 2nd down and 8, gets the snap, rolls to the left, and wants to run, keeps it, gets inside the 10, down to about the 8-yard line. Pickup of about 4, maybe 5 on the play. I think they're going to give him to the 7.
3rd and 3 for the Comets. Ball will be spotted at the 7.
Got to get to the 4 to get a 1st down.
Comets offense has just executed really well tonight.
And it's so slow. I don't...
taking any kind of pace out of the game.
There is no pace at all. They just... they lounge back there for a while, and then they slowly walk to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 3. Carlton out of the gun. And hands off to Wilson. Running back is brought down at the 5-yard line. A little bit of a loss on that play.
Bears had him right at the line of scrimmage, and he was still able to break through and get about 2 yards. So it's going to be a 4th down and 1 here.
4th and 1 for the Comets at the Bear 5-yard line. Big 4th down play here coming up.
Look for Carlton or Wilson.
Quarterback is... when they look for Wilson, it seems like he is the guy that carries the ball. We'll see what they do here. They get up to the line a little quicker on 4th and 1.
Play clock at 7.
Carlton out of the shotgun. It's a snap of the football. Keeps it. Throws.
Incomplete. The flag. Well, we will pray that the flag is on Marionville, and if it is, the Bears will have the ball. Why on earth the Comets were throwing there, I don't know. That would not have been my call.
Against Marionville.
It's on the Comets. illegal man downfield, but they'll keep the ball.
Really? How can they keep the ball? I guess it'll still be fourth down. Wow, they get a real break there.
Chance.
They get a real break there.
Carlton's throw was not bad. It was a little high, but it went through the receiver's hands. And Coach Swallam asked
Can you
for an
reject
explanation here.
Can you reject?
They want to decline it, yeah. And they will decline it.
Okay,
there you go. That's Bear ball. That's what the Bears sideline is saying. It's like, we don't want that.
Yeah.
That's a good ball.
I was thinking the same thing. Why would you take that penalty whenever you get a chance to get the ball back?
Penalty there for the Comets. The Bears catch a big break.
Wow, the Bears hold on 4th down and 1 at their own 5-yard line. They get the ball back and take it over at their own 5. So they got 95 yards to go for a touchdown. We'll see what the Bears can do offensively.
Lots of time still left, 9 minutes. West Plains now leading 27-20. So the Scissors have come back in that.
They've recovered a little, haven't they? Bears show a 3-receiver split on the far side of the field, hand it off up the middle, and the running back is brought down after a short gain on the play.
Osborne, give him a yard. Just
tried a little
too slow in developing there.
Yeah.
Didn't have a chance to hit the hole with any kind of thunder.
Gain of 1.
Second down and 9.
Ball is at the 6-yard line. But the Bears have got to get it out of there.
Got to get out of the hole. That's your first objective. Get a first down or two and give yourself a chance.
Dudridge at quarterback, 3 receivers on the far side. He goes to the far side, completes the pass, and
he's not down.
Free.
And
he might be gone. If he's free, he's gone. He's at the 50, 40, 30, 20, and nobody around him. Touchdown, Bears. How did he get out of that?
Garrett Worley goes 92 yards. The Comets thought they had him down. In fact, there's Comets still standing down here with their hands on their hips. They thought the play was over, but his knee never touched the ground. He rolled over the top and kept his footing.
He rolled over.
And the official said, he's still alive.
Yeah.
And there he goes, and the Bears
94
have a chance
yards
to tie this up. How about that?
94-yard touchdown run by Garrett Worley. Wow. Wow, what a shot. To see him run out of there was just a shocker, wasn't it?
Well, way to go to not give up on that. We got to get the tee out on the field, and Coach Mack not happy about that.
Yeah. Got 17 seconds on the play clock as the Bears try to tie it up. Going for the tie here. It's 21-20 with 8:06 left to go in the ball game. Bears with a 96-yard pass play. Ball is down, kick is up, and it's high and long enough, and it is good. We are tied with 8:06 left to go in the fourth quarter. It's 21-21. We'll be back for the Bear kickoff in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country KUKU.
It's been said the best things in life are free, like free checking from West Plains Bank and Trust Company, including free mobile banking with deposit, free bill pay, free e-statements, and free Willow Springs Bears debit card that gives back to the school each time you use it to make a purchase. And, did I mention, you receive a free gift just for opening an account. Refer a friend who opens an account and you both get a free gift. View account details at westplainsbank.com. West Plains Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
Well, we're all knotted up at 21-all. Bears and the Comets after that most unlikely of plays. The Bears had it 2nd down and 9 at their own 6-yard line. Dudridge dropped back, threw a little short pass to Garrett Worley, and somehow in the melee, he seemed to be tackled for about a 5-yard gain. He came out of the pile and went the rest of the distance by himself.
Crazy play, and this game is on YouTube somewhere, so find that play, and you'll enjoy watching Garrett Worley take it to the house and Owen Dudridge with 3 touchdown passes tonight, and all of a sudden the Bears, 14 unanswered points, have tied this thing up.
Cody Ward to kick it off, and it's a high kick, not too deep, taken by the short man at the 25, 30. Uh-oh. He got to the 30 and then went down, but he had open running if he got by the 30, but he did not. So Comets will put it in play at their own 35-yard line. We'll hit it right here in a minute. 35-yard line, 1st and 10 for Marionville.
Time for the defense now to step up, but what a shot in the arm. Dudridge to Worley for 92 yards, and the Bears are tied up. They have never led tonight. It was tied at 7. Marionville went up 21-7, and now we're tied again with 8 minutes left to play.
Bears have scored 14 unanswered on the Comets. Comets have their sophomore quarterback, though, who's been real impressive. He's back there in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers and a wing on the same side here, the near side of the field. There's a snap of the football, and off to the running back. Bears having a lot of trouble getting him down. Just gang
hard
tackling.
to get down. He's so little and strong.
He gets 5 yards to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, give him about 6. Wow.
Good spot.
Bears had hands on him at the line of scrimmage. But Wilson will give him a long 5. So
I give him 5. Yeah, I give him
6?
Give him 6. Yeah.
All right.
2nd down and 4 for the Comets from their own 41-yard line.
Bears have to defend the pass better. I mean, Wilson's going to get his yards, but it's Carlton, 10 of 13 for 159 yards. They've got to stop him.
Carlton in there at quarterback, out of the shotgun, gets the snap of the football.
Keeps
it himself and hit and dropped short of a 1st down, a little bit short. He's going to be at the 39-yard line, pickup of about 3 on the play, be 3rd down and 1.
Chance here for the Bears if the defense can make a stand. The Comets would probably punt in their own territory. 6:45 left to play. Bears go to Kabul next week and start SCA play. This has been a hard 24 hours for Willow Springs High School, but the Bears are trying to get off the mat and get a victory.
3rd down, a yard to go here. Carlton out of the shotgun. Wilson back there with him. A little running back. He gets
there. You go.
And the Bears have him, and for a loss back at the 41-yard line. That'll be a 4th down, and it'll be about 5 yards to go. He lost some yardage there.
Play.
Yeah.
The D-line, the brothers Osborne and Braden Henry got back there and brought him down.
They gave him all the way to the 43, so.
Loss of a yard.
Loss of a yard. It's going to be 4th and 2 at the 38-yard line. They're going to go for it.
Wow.
In their own territory.
Gutsy play here by Coach Grubbs.
Carlton, watch out for Carlton here.
Bears jumped.
Bears got jumped off sides. One of the big D linemen down there jumped a little, and that's not what you wanted to do.
Osborne stepped over the line, and that'll give the Comets their 1st down. Penalty for the Bears.
5:42 left to go in the ball game, all tied up at 21 all. 1st down by the penalty for the Comets. They're at their own 48. Comets take their time getting to the line of scrimmage, as they usually do.
Play clock down to 5. Bears still moving on defense, trying to keep up.
Carlton out of the shotgun.
Hands
off to the running back.
Barely got him as Scooter Osborne tripped him up.
Got about 2 yards on the play. The 2nd down and 8 yards to go for the Comets. Ball right near midfield. Actually, just give him a yard. He's not at the 50-yard line yet. Only at the 49. 2nd down and 9. Comets line it up. Carlton has 3 wide receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side. Wilson, the running back, in there with him at the shotgun. Gets the snap of the football. Rolls to his right. Throws.
Oh, what a hit.
And incomplete.
Great job by the Bear defensive back to come in and lay a hit on him. That would have been a completion if not for Brendan Ferguson coming out of the backfield, hitting him hard. Incomplete pass, and that's only the fourth miss of the night for Carleton. It'll be 3rd and long.
Oh, man. They spot the ball at the 50-yard line. They gave him a yard
on an incomplete pass. I'm not sure how that's...
Okay.
10-14 now is Carleton, and a huge play coming here.
It's going to be 3rd down and 8 because the officials didn't spot the ball right.
4:21 on the clock. Clock stopped for the first time in a while.
Should be. I don't know why it stopped.
Incomplete pass.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Stepped out there for a minute. Carleton with 4 wideouts again. And Wilson, the running back, goes in motion. He wants the ball. The Bears almost picked it off.
Nearly a pick.
They tried to set up a screen to Wilson, I think, and the Bears read it well, knocked the pass down. It's 4th down and 9 for the Comets at midfield. Will they go for it here?
Gavin Ferguson with the tip. He came on and nearly made the interception. Now Marionville looks like they'll punt at midfield on 4th and long. But watch out.
Yeah.
They thought about a fake last time. They're going to get in a goofy position here to punt this off.
Marionville showing punt. The Bears drop a single safety back. We'll see. And he rolls to his right side and he punts, finally. Bears take it at the 20 and tripped up there as the running back or the receiver as he got back to the 20-yard line. So the Bears will have it 1st and 10, 4 minutes left to go in the game, and a tie game of 21 all.
Well, it sets up well for the Bears. And, 8 minutes ago in this game, I didn't think the Bears were going to be in this position, but now you've got the ball. You've got a long field ahead of you, but they just struck from 92 yards, so we'll try to strike big again. 1st and 10, 80 yards to go here for the Bears. Plenty of time, though. 4 minutes on the clock in a tie game. You don't want to do anything crazy here. Avoid the turnover.
Bears break the huddle. 2 wide receivers go to the far side of the field. 2 backs stay in there with Dedridge in the shotgun. He gets the snap of the football, hands off to the second back. There's a hole. He gets to the 25. He's up to the 30.
Nice
and down there.
Garrett Worley. What a good game he's had.
He's been showing off a little tonight, hasn't he?
Worley picks up about 10. In fact, he did pick up 10 in a 1st down.
Got out of bounds. Dwelly stopped the clock with the chain gang moving. Bears are up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go. As soon as the official says go, and they go. Hand off to the running back. Worley at the 35. Worley at the 39-yard line.
Well, the right side of the Bears' offensive line doing a nice job of blocking for Worley. He's getting some good green space to run in. That'll get him a 9-yard carry on that one.
I like the Bears hurry up.
I do too. Good
approach
tempo
here. I like for him to keep that up.
Officials are going to slow it down for you, though. And it looks like somebody's going to take a timeout. Timeout Marionville, 3:44 left to play. Don't go anywhere. Tie game, Bears on the move. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bear Football on KUKU.
Hey, this is Steven at TLG Peterbilt in Willow Springs. We proudly support our Willow Springs Bears. Here at TLG Peterbilt, we offer an extensive lineup of replacement parts for all makes, all models of all trucks and all trailers in the industry. Uptime all the time. The Larson Group Peterbilt in Willow Springs. Find us online at tlgtrucks.com or visit us on US 60 in Willow Springs.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
3 minutes, 44 seconds left to go in this football game. It's all tied up at 21 all. The Bears have a 2nd down and short situation at their own 39-yard line. And the Marionville Comets called the timeout, trying to get their defense settled down. The Bears have had more success running on those last 2 plays than they'd had in quite a while. They covered about 20 yards in 2 plays.
Exciting game, and, it was looking bleak at the end of the 3rd quarter.
Well, it was.
But the Bears have rallied and give a lot of credit to this team. You could just tell the first half their hearts weren't in it, and they have come back and answered the bell late in the game. They've made a late rally, and they've never led in this game, but the last 3 minutes would be a great time to get that lead.
Second down and short. Bears have a down to play with here, so you might see them strike for something long here. From the 39-yard line, Dedridge has 3 wideouts. Now one of the wideouts comes back in. Gives a snap of the football, a handoff to the running back. Not much of a hole that time, but he got the first. Over the 40 to the 43-yard line. Garrett Worley. What grade's he in?
Garrett is a junior, I believe.
Okay. But not...
let me double-check that. You would think the principal would know.
Well, he would.
Every kid's grade level, and Garrett is a junior. Good, I got it right.
The doc would have that right on the tip of his tongue.
Almost.
1st and 10 for the Bears at the 42-yard line. Clock moving with 3:23 left to go in the ball game. Fresh set it down to the Bears here. Dedridge keeps 2 backs in there in the shotgun. Man in motion to the far side of the field. High snap. Wants to throw to the guy on the run. He had to pause to get it. He cuts back, gets the little running room up to the 45 before he is brought down. Gain of about 3 on the play.
Cody Ward with the reception, and Cody did a nice job just to get what he could out of that as Marionville closed because he had to wait for it. But it'll be a 2nd down and 7 for the Bears. Owen Dedridge has had a really good night. 10 of 13 for 172 yards and 3 touchdowns for the sophomore quarterback.
And kind of undramatically, except for the 1. 2nd down and 7 from the 45. Handoff up the middle. Running back Osborne gets a yard, and that's about it. You know what we just heard? From the other side of the wall there. You might not see Scotty carrying the ball too much more. Anyway, we have a 3rd down and 5 situation for the Bears. Ball at the 47. That time begins to tick away, though. We're down to the 2-minute mark.
Really need a first down.
Yeah, 3rd down and 5 for the Bears. Dedridge out of the shotgun.
Worley.
Hands off to Worley.
Oh, he's got it.
He's got it. He's over the 50 and into Marionville territory down at the 47-yard line. That's a 1st and 10. And we're at 152, and the Bears are in Marionville territory. 152.
Heard what Coach Mack said. Let Scotty block. And Scotty's doing a good job blocking and helping Worley get those yards. And did a good job there. Garrett picking up the first down, moving the chains. And the Bears have a shot here with 1:50 to play.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Three wideouts to the near side of the field. Dedridge in the shotgun, gets the snap. Keeps the football.
Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go with it. He's down, get maybe a yard or 2 down to the 45-yard line. We're down to 1:32 left to go, and time going to have
yes. Timeout Bears.
Out of bounds plays, something like that. So the Bears take a timeout here on a 2nd down and 10. I'm going to say 2nd down and 9.
First timeout for the Bears. They've still got 2 left, and we'll keep it right here. Cubs leading the Cardinals 3-1 after 5. So not great news on the Cardinal front. They've got a bunch of games with the Cubs.
Flaherty was pitching tonight, too.
Struggled a little bit. Cubs leading 3-1, and other football scores. Sean has been so good to give us lots of updates tonight. West Plains scores leading 27-20. Fair Grove now up 44-24 over Liberty. So Liberty looking to fall to 1-1, playing Stratford and Fair Grove in the opening 2 weeks. And let's look at some other scores. Well, we've got a little bit of a break here. Looking at that, Ava came back. Beat Stratford 2014 was the final.
Okay.
So Ava gets their first win of the year. It was hard, but they got it. Kabul leading Greenfield 40-6 at half. So Kabul will enter our game next week at 2-0 on the season. Houston leading St. James 18-6. They're shutting out Highland 36-0. And that gives you an idea of what's going on around the area.
Here we're 2nd down 9 with 1.5 minutes left to go in the game. Ball is at the Marionville 46-yard line. Bears have it. Hand off to the running back, and that just went nowhere. I don't know.
Osborne on just a straight hitter. They were trying to do some misdirection and get Marionville to go with Worley, but they didn't. They stayed home, and Scotty gets a couple.
Pick up a 3. We'll give him 3 on the play down to the 43-yard line, and it's 3rd down and 6 for the Bears as the Bears hurry to the line of scrimmage. This is almost passing must here. Man in motion to the opposite side. Dudridge wants to throw. Got time. He's open. He goes down the middle. And it's incomplete.
Man.
Just out of the fingertips of the receiver down about the 4-yard line. So that will bring up a 4th and 6 with 53 seconds left to go in the game.
Cody Ward, the intended target, and Owen just overthrew him. Cody was 4 or 5 inches taller. He could have made that catch. He laid out for it, and it just went a little long.
I could not help but see the open field in front of Owen Dudridge. He could have made it to the 30-yard line and got out of bounds, but, you know, that wasn't the play call. So, anyway, 4th down. The Bears going to go for it here from the 43-yard line. Got to get 6 to keep the ball. Owen wants to throw. He throws over the middle. It is incomplete. So Marionville will get the ball back with 46 seconds on the clock.
Justin Cheney, the intended target at the 35, and it was a high-thrown ball, and Cheney went up to try to one-hand it and had it for a moment, but dropped it. And the Comets now will have their final shot. Decent field position, 47 seconds, and not a lot of time, but the Comets have some weapons and a good quarterback. So look out. Bears will try to send this to overtime now.
How long since we've done an overtime game?
I can't remember.
I can't
It's been a while.
It's been a long time. From the 43-yard line, Marionville takes over the ball, their own 43. Carlton at quarterback. Gets the snap of the football, rolls to his right. Throws on the run, almost picked off, and then almost caught.
Justin Cheney tipped it, and almost deja vu from what he had on the receiving end. He had to sky for it, and it went off of his fingertips. But the Bears almost got a huge interception there. Instead, it's 2nd down and 10.
Incomplete.
For the Comets.
40.7 seconds left to go in the game. Interception would be big. Something in the flat that the Bears could just turn into 6. I'm kind of dreaming here. Carlton at quarterback. 4 wide receivers, 2nd down and 10. Gets the snap. Again, he rolls to his right. He likes to go that way. In a little bit of trouble. A lot of trouble. Gets it away, and it is caught. All the way down to the Bear 35-yard line with 29 seconds left to go in the game. I don't know how.
22-yard pass, great throw
Carlton
by
got
Carlton.
that out of there. He was surrounded by Bear defenders, but picks up the 1st down, gets them all the way down to the 35-yard line. That's a 22-yard pass play.
Marionville will take a timeout. They'll have 1 left. They'll have 30 seconds and 35 yards, and we'll take a quick break. Come back for the last half a minute here at Polinsky Field. You're listening to Bear Football on KUKU.
7-day-a-week savings on your groceries and, that great customer service. You already know that I'm talking about G&W Foods in Willow Springs, don't you? And if you need a special cut or order in that meat department, just ask. Cookouts and barbecues for whatever occasion, no problem. They have everything you need at G&W, right down to the charcoal. And don't get me started on that extra fresh produce. They'll even carry your groceries out to your car for you. Check out their weekly ad today, G&W in Willow Springs. You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
Back. We are in the 4th quarter with 30 seconds left to go in the game. We'll just round it up. 30. Comets have the ball, 1st and 10 at the Bear 35-yard line. 1 timeout remaining after they just took one. And the Bears defense got to play some ball to get it into overtime.
Got to hold. Just got to keep them out of the end zone here. 35 yards in front of the Comets. Bears back. Send it to overtime.
Bears back out on defense. Comets are waiting on offense, ready to go. Carlton at quarterback. Out of the shotgun, gets the snap. Takes 3 steps.
Got him.
Trouble. They got him back at the 40-yard line. A sack by the Bear defense.
Scotty Osborne with the sack. Gavin Ferguson with the assist. Big time sack for the Bears there. 2nd down and 13, a loss of 3 by Carlton.
Somebody took a timeout here.
Marionville burns their last timeout. So they've got 0 left with 23 seconds left to play.
We'll
keep it right here.
The ball is at the 38, and they'll have a 2nd down and 13. And that's really immaterial. With 22 seconds, they've got a 22.8, so we'll round that up to 23. 23 seconds to go, 38 yards.
They've got a few plays, especially pass plays. Bears' defensive front is, like they've shown just there, they can get some pressure on Carlton. You got to finish the job, though. Don't let him loose.
Right.
Because he's pretty good at scrambling. He's got some speed. Keep him in front of you.
He's a good quarterback.
Here we go.
2nd down, 13.
Ready to go.
Carlton out of the shotgun. Here goes Carlton out of the shotgun, calling the signals. Man in motion to the right side. There's he wants.
Oh, yeah.
Again, he's hit. Ball is loose.
Scotty Osborne.
Ball is loose,
again.
and we'll see what that.
They're going to say Marionville's got it.
Okay, and that's going to be the last play of the game of the regulation, because the time is ticking down into 5 seconds. So big 2 straight sacks by the Bear defense, and we are tied at the end of regulation. Somebody will have to refresh me on what to do in overtime, because I don't know.
Well, we'll take a break and figure it out. We've played 4 quarters at Polinsky Field, and we need more time. Overtime coming here at Polinsky. Score tied at 21 apiece. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Bear Football on KUKU.
And there's a flag on the play.
Ozarks Medical Center orthopedic surgeons Dr. Jolly and Dr. Roeder specialize in sports injuries, hip, knee, shoulder, and hand surgeries, as well as total joint replacements. Podiatrist Dr. Goodman specializes in foot and ankle surgeries. If your doctor's recommending orthopedic care, choose OMC Orthopedics. For more information, call 417-256-1745.
It's been said the best things in life are free, like free checking from West Plains Bank and Trust Company, including free mobile banking with deposit, free bill pay, free e-statements, and free Willow Springs Bears debit card that gives back to the school each time you use it to make a purchase. And, did I mention, you receive a free gift just for opening an account. Refer a friend who opens an account and you both get a free gift. View account details at westplainsbank.com. West Plains Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
Welcome back to Polinsky Field, home opener for the Bears, and we're going to have a little extra here tonight as we go into overtime. Score is tied at 21 apiece, and I think you were right, Marty. Each team will get the ball on the 25, right?
Yep, each team gets 1 timeout. They'll do a coin toss to see. You want the other team you want to go on defense first, so you can try to get the 0 on there, and that way when you've got the ball, a little less pressure,
lay it out,
and you can go for it. You don't have that pressure of having to score to keep the game going. So we'll see what the Bears, and we'll have to look back on the last time, and I'm sure some Bear fan out there knows, but it's been a while since the Bears have played an overtime game. And
Collie would know.
I'm sure there's several people that
the general would know when
people bad mouthing us right now, thinking we're not great Bear fans because we can't remember the overtime game. But I'm sure
I cannot.
It's been a little while. I think
I just cannot remember the last time the Bears were in an overtime situation. It just hasn't been that way in several years. I know.
Got off to such a sluggish start for the Bears that a lot of heartache on that sideline tonight, and I'm sure that factored in, and I think it just took a while for the Bears to kind of get past that and start playing some inspired football like we know they're capable of, and they've done that in the fourth quarter, and that last defensive series where Osborne just kind of took over with a couple of big sacks there in the D-line.
Yeah, that was big.
Did such a good job to get this game to overtime, and now the Bears will see what weapons they've got to go with and try to keep those scores going.
Really had not been able to get to Carlton.
No, they
all
had
night until that last couple of plays, and then that D-line there, something clicked, and I guess it was Scotty Osborne that clicked.
Justin Chaney will go out for the coin flip.
See Kyle Wood on the sideline, but we have not.
He's walking around. We've
not seen him play since that first play of second play, I think, of the game when he got hurt. But he appears to be, anyway. He stayed in uniform, and
one of the captains, and he's up holding hands with his teammates now. So if Kyle's not back tonight, hopefully he will be back next Friday at Kabul, probably being a little cautious with Wood tonight. And it's forced some guys to step up. Worley's had a fantastic game. Ferguson's done well. Cody Ward's done a nice job. So the Bears have had to step up tonight, and they've done it. They've got it to overtime, and now they'll try to win it there.
Ferguson brothers, there's two of them.
Yes, they've both had a good game. Bears will receive, so they will be on the offensive side first. The Marionville must have won the toss. So the Bears will have the ball first, and you need to get it in the end zone. You need to score here if you want to keep things going.
You can score any way you want. You can score a field goal if you want. I mean, if that's...
You can, and I think Cody's probably capable of doing that, but you know what? I'd rather have a touchdown.
Yeah.
Let's just take out the percentages and the guesswork and just get 6 points on the board.
I've seen a few of these overtime games in the pro ranks. It seems like they're more apt to have this than college or high school. Apt to have this than college or high school.
It's a good format, makes it pretty dramatic, and a pretty good crowd is stuck around here at Polinsky Field.
So many of the high school games anymore are decided by lopsided scores of, and it's just the way it is. That's the way it's set up. But you base your analytics on how many points you can score. That figures into how you're going to play the postseason, and so we don't see a lot of overtime play, but here we are. Bears get it first from the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. And they got 4 downs, is that right?
Yep.
Can they get first?
Oh, fumble.
On the
got
play, and Marionville has recovered.
Wow. Osborne juggled it. He never had control of the ball. It popped out. Marionville falls on it. So we'll go down to the other side, and the Comets will get their chance. So the Bears must have a shutout.
It can be double overtime, though, if you get if neither team scores.
But now the pressure is all on the Bears to keep the Comets from getting any points here.
They're not going to the other side of the field. They're just going to do it right here.
We'll see what Carlton and Wilson can do here. 25 yards is all they need to end this game.
Carlton out of the shotgun formation, has 2 wideouts on the far side of the field. Hands off to his running back, and he's into the secondary. He got down to the 20 as quick as anybody I've seen. He gets down to the 19, second down and 6, or 4 there, I guess. He picked up 6 on the play.
Give him 7. That was a strong run by Wilson and Coach Grubbs and Marionville. I think that's what you're going to do here. I mean, no reason to get fancy. They're just going to give it to Wilson and let him chew up some yardage, get him in the end zone.
Second down and 3. They're inside the 20 at the 17-yard line of the Bears. Carlton out of the gun as Wilson back there with him, gets the snap. Hands off to the running back again, but the Bears kind of gang up on him this time, throw him back for no gain on the play.
We'll give him a yard. He did have some forward progress. So
really?
Be a 3rd and 2.
I thought he had lost a little, but
he got just a little.
Yeah. Okay.
He hits that hole so hard that it's hard to stop him right at the line. That's what the Bears need to do here. 3rd and short for the Comets, of course.
Comets could do something else, too.
Yes, they could.
They've got a sophomore quarterback, Carlton, who's going to get the snap here out of the shotgun on 3rd and 2. There's the snap. Wilson gets first down inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line. That's what they're going to do, it looks like. Just pound it.
Let their all-conference running back just
You bet.
take over here.
Don't blame them. So we'll put the ball down at the 13, and it's 1st and 10, Marionville there in overtime. If they score, they win.
Need a penalty or a turnover, some kind of momentum killer here.
Because the Bears fumbled their first opportunity they had. Here's the snap. And hand off to Wilson again. He gets inside the 10, down to about the 8-yard line. He looks unstoppable.
He does. Picks up 6 there. All the way down to the 7-yard line.
There is no time kept on this overtime situation. You just get the ball and see if you can get it in the end zone.
One of our Bear listeners says in 2012, Willow lost to Central in overtime.
It's probably there, but I don't remember it.
It was 8 years ago.
From the 8-yard line, here we go. Carlton gets the snap, keeps it himself. That was a break.
Gets to the 5.
Going to be... They need to get to the 3-yard line for a first down, so it's going to be 3rd down and about 2.
I don't know what kind of kicker Marionville's got. They've they kicked their first extra point, and then missed one, and then went for 2. But this would be about like an extra point. But yeah, they're going for 6. Right
3rd
here.
down and 2 here from the Bear 5-yard line. Long count. There's the snap. And the handoff to Wilson, and he is
down right at the line.
He did not quite get there, I don't think. But it'd be 1st and goal for Marionville there. So Marionville's got all the cards in their back pocket right now. They can just do about whatever they want.
Ball resting on the 1, and they'll have 4 opportunities here. Bears need something catastrophic to happen to the Comets
need
here.
A fumble.
Yes.
That's about all you can hope for here.
And the Bears are going to go ahead and burn their 1 timeout they've got to set up the defense and try to do something. So we'll take a quick timeout as well. Marionville with a chance to win it when we come back. You're listening to Bear Football on KUKU.
Growing up, my parents always encouraged me to do what's right, even if it wasn't easy. I'd always hear my mother's voice say, "Do the right thing." That stuck with me. Every day, just do the right thing. That's it. The rest takes care of itself.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe in doing the right thing for our customers and our communities.
For all your home, auto, life, or business insurance needs, see Shelter Insurance Agent Terry Newton.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
We're in overtime at Polinsky Field. Marionville is just about the length of the football away from winning this one. They have it 1st and goal at the 1-foot line. I mean, that ball is just looks
it's
like
right
to me
there.
It's right on the line. So Bears took a timeout. They will try to draw up something here, but I would think the best you could hope for is to try to get a fumble here.
Yeah, that's really the only thing that's going to save the Bears.
And the quarterback will probably get under center, I would think, rather than stand back there in the shotgun.
He's going to stand back there. So there's a chance.
Yeah, here we go. 1st and goal for the Marionville Comets at the 1-foot line. Out of the shotgun, Carlton gets the snap, hands off to the Wilson running back, and he's into the end zone, and the Comets have won it by a score of 27-21. Kind of hurts a little bit.
Tough blow for the Bears tonight, losing in overtime. 27-21 is the final. Yeah, I don't know what we're still lining up there for an extra point. The game's over.
We're standing out there for it's
the official signals game over.
Game is done.
Marionville coaching staff is calling plays, and this game should be done.
I don't know what the deal is. Game is over with.
They're going to go ahead and run a 2-point conversion.
Why?
They're going to run a 2-point conversion, and it's good. So Marionville tacks on
2 more.
2 points.
Why? I don't understand that.
That's the ball game. 29-21 is your final. We'll come back to wrap it up in 3 minutes. You're listening to Bear Football on KUKU.
Hey, this is Steven at TLG Peterbilt in Willow Springs. We proudly support our Willow Springs Bears. Here at TLG Peterbilt, we offer an extensive lineup of replacement parts for all makes, all models of all trucks and all trailers in the industry. Uptime all the time. The Larson Group Peterbilt in Willow Springs. Find us online at tlgtrucks.com or visit us on US 60 in Willow Springs.
It's been said the best things in life are free, like free checking from West Plains Bank and Trust Company, including free mobile banking with deposit, free bill pay, free e-statements, and free Willow Springs Bears debit card that gives back to the school each time you use it to make a purchase. And, did I mention, you receive a free gift just for opening an account. Refer a friend who opens an account and you both get a free gift. View account details at westplainsbank.com. West Plains Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
We all want top quality health care, and you get that with Cox Health Center in Willow Springs. Now with extended hours. Nurse practitioners at Cox Health Center in Willow Springs are offering extended hours on most days, opening at 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. Walk-ins are also welcome for nurse practitioner visits. Cox Health Center of Willow Springs is located on Main Street, next to Booster Field.
Let me ask you something. What do you see when you look at your car? Do you just see the windshield or the wind in your hair on your first road trip? Do you see headlights or the way your family's faces light up as you pull into the driveway? Other insurance companies just see a car, but a State Farm agent sees what your car really means to you. So why not give it the protection it deserves?
Talk to me, State Farm agent Justin Shelby in West Plains at 417-256-3434, in Houston at 417-967-4152.
Simmons Bank is proud to support the Bears. Simmons believes that healthy, vibrant communities don't just happen on their own. They happen when people make investments in each other. Because we accomplish more together than we do alone. Simmons Bank, member FDIC.
The traditional light bulb, a groundbreaking invention in 1879. It's time we switch to longer-lasting Energy Star light bulbs. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
Hey, this is Steven at TLG Peterbilt in Willow Springs. We proudly support our Willow Springs Bears. Here at TLG Peterbilt, we offer an extensive lineup of replacement parts for all makes.
2-point conversion, but the game was over when the touchdown was scored.
Yeah, that was just a mistake on the officials.
Bears had no opportunity to retaliate, so it didn't make any difference. Once that touchdown was made, that was it. The game was over. So